a modern-day Vampire the Masquerade Chronicles set in the prefecture of Chiba, Japan. Awakening for the night is Violet, of Clan Nosferatu, played by Dark Scarlet of Queen's Court Games. Please do a rouse check to arise from torpor. Wonderful. Marcelina of Clan Hecata, played by the Rissa Rave. Please rouse to awaken for the night. You're getting hungry tonight. I'll push you back where... Yeah, but that's fine. Don't worry. It's fine. Daisy Moonchild of Clan Ravnos, played by Miss Hartz. Please do a rouse check to awaken for the night ahead. Wonderful. Solomon of Clan Zamitzi, played by Nitro Typad. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor slumber. You're also getting hungry tonight. And our special guest, Phoebe, of lots of fame. We're very pleased you are joining us once more. Please do a rouse check to awaken for the night, Olivia of Clan Malkavian. You can see where I have to go off the fucking script, can't you? We begin with Violet and Marcelina. Violet has taken Marcelina out to hunt. Thanks to her vast information network, she is aware of a small village on the outside of Onakita named Yakigaya, a small village that is used by the rabble of anarchs to stay out of the way. The two approach the area, hanging back before proceeding in and risking blowing their cover. Violet knows of a place that contains a compound that houses a small group of anarchs that are posing as mortal farmers. It should house something for everyone once they find it. As the pair walk through the narrow winding streets, they stumble across Daisy, almost as if by random.
It's you guys!
Holy shit. Is that you, Daisy?
Yeah, I'm just back in the country. What you up to?
You left the entire country. Ma'am, the things we've been through. Come on then, bring it in. And she's gonna open up her arms to give her a hug.
Are you feeling okay?
Nope. I am starving. So actually, it's probably better if you don't come close, because I might take a bite. It's really good to see you. I'm glad you're here.
Flash of the peace symbol.
Are you hungry?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little peckish. I could have a snack. Got the munchies.
All right, then. We're
This'll
out
be fun.
hunting. Yeah, so you can come join us. As we are in this area, what am I looking at? What do I see? In terms of, I should say, in terms of people, if there's people walking around and such.
There are no people walking around, even though it's relatively early in the night, and you're used to some people walking a dog, just wandering around, maybe playing with the garden, but this entire village, quiet. Lights are on in various houses, but that's about it.
How tall are the houses? If we skitter up or anything.
They're
Are they
all
multi-level?
two-floored houses.
Okay. All right. So people might not notice if we skitter up the side of the buildings and such, or will
There's
they
no one
notice?
around.
Yeah. Oh, well, true.
But would you like to proceed onwards further into the village?
Yeah, I think so.
Or would you like to talk
Yeah.
more? The choice is yours.
Oh, well. Storyteller, I would have had that news, that report back already, yes? Okay.
Absolutely.
Violet, I don't know if you mind Miss Daisy here hearing But about that thing that we went to see my family for, I've gotten some news back.
All right.
Yeah, we work as fast as we can.
That's good.
Yeah. You're all right. You're okay with Daisy hearing it?
Of course.
Right. You know, I think maybe you might want to sit down. It's it's not great news.
Oh,
Yeah.
they found that out, did they?
Yeah. Yeah. You're you're dying.
You're supposed to get sick.
I've known since before I left.
Wait, dying? I mean, we're dead.
My blood. I have the plague.
What's the other thing of this we were going to?
All the more reason for us to find what's causing it.
That's why I'm here. It was why I was sent here.
That's why we were sent here too. I mean, not your specific like you being sick, but the condition overall. However, I guess it's good news. Maybe you're not a fetter or anything like that. I think that voice you hear, I think that's just grief.
No. You see, the Tremere are... I don't know how many have been around, and they have very specific rituals and their ways. So... it's not grief.
Violet, one of the conditions, or symptoms rather, of the disease is hallucinations. That combined with losing your friend, I know it's not something that you want to hear, but there's no evidence that he or anything is tied to you.
I'm old. It's been a long time since I've felt grief. A very long time. It's hard to remember how I'm supposed to deal with it.
You always were the strong one.
But I remember it. Part of it. And it's not this. No. This is magic. And I'm okay with that. Yes, I have the plague. That's why I haven't offered to feed you. Which I would, if I could. But it's dangerous to drink from me.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we can talk about this later or and just another time, but just take it into consideration, okay? My family's really good at what they do. If there was a tie, they would have found it. The dead is what we do.
Consider also, they might not like me as much. Which is fine. So just in case. It's alright.
We'll always like you, Violet. I go up and give her a hug.
No. She just sort of kind of shrinks into it. Oh. Thank you.
Your disease. Do you want to keep that a secret, at least between us girls?
It may be worthwhile keeping secret, yes. But the Camarilla know.
Just maybe keep this in mind. If there's anyone that can maybe help, is probably Elias, maybe even Solomon. Elias does healing stuff, so maybe there's something he can do. I don't really know the protocol for how to deal with this sort of thing, but maybe we don't keep it a secret forever in case we find a way to fix it.
Oh, here, this might help. And I'll rummage through my backpack and pull out an envelope and pull a pill out of the envelope and offer it to her.
What is that?
It's magic.
Okay.
I'll hand her the pill.
What does it look like?
What
It
does
is
it look
small,
like, Story?
round pill that is slightly pink.
Pretty colour.
Would you like to pop the drugs?
I'm going to save it for later. I have to help you hunt now. Maybe after.
There's never telling what it'll do. It does something different every time. Do I have more than one?
You sure as fuck do.
I'll go ahead and take one.
You know what to roll.
I gotta figure out how to roll it. There it is.
You swallow the pill, and you almost instantly feel the effects imbibed within you.
Oh man, yeah, you definitely gotta try this. And I start petting her arm.
Marcelina's like just shaking her head, but she's smiling and it's like, man, I really miss Daisy, you know? But yeah, just kind of giggles at that, and from there we'll probably proceed further into the village.
Yeah, I help turn Daisy and yep.
Coax her in the direction, yeah.
I'll follow along, but I'm like looking at all the lights.
Looking at the fucking stars, I can tell you that, mate. No stars. Group arrive in the village. The compound is within eyesight. A large garden with a greenhouse that takes up at least half of the green area. The sound of goats quietly walking around and finding small areas to sleep in fill the night's air. How would you like to proceed?
Did you say goats?
Yes.
Baby goats? Little goats or big goat?
Yes. Family of
Well, the
goats.
tiny ones that sort of go paralyzed?
It's family.
All
there's,
goats
you know,
go pink.
Okay.
There's Billy goats, there's Brenda goats, there's kids.
Uh-huh.
As soon as I see the goats, I will go over and start petting the closest one.
Yeah. Okay. Charisma and animal ken, please. Fine. The goat, for the time being, is relatively placated, maybe slightly annoyed that you woke it up from its slumber, but seems to at least appreciate the fact that you are giving it some sort of loving attention. For the time being.
You said we're hunting, right?
Yep.
Do you eat? Do you drink from animals?
Yeah, totally. Wouldn't want to drink from humans. That's inhumane.
Well, I don't really drink from humans either, but you know.
See?
Okay.
I'm sure we can find something for everybody.
I'm gonna look around for any surveillance, just in case.
Let you have that for free. No,
None? Okay.
none. Because, this is a compound in a village filled with anarch kindred. They're anarchs, but they're not stupid enough to think, we'll record ourselves all the time.
Still petting the goat.
What are you after?
Right.
You look disappointed by that answer, so what are you after specifically? I might be able to provide something else instead.
I was literally looking for surveillance. So I'm thinking, stupid anarchs, and you're like, no, they're stupid. I'm like, no.
Sorry.
Fine.
In that case, I'm going to eat the goat.
Does that make it your feta? Goat cheese, feta. Just do your feeling roll for me, please.
Feta.
You are
Feta.
the worst.
Feta.
The absolute worst. So you're saying this is a compound, right? So describe the building in terms of like architecture. Like, is it stone? Is it like, what am I looking at here?
I shall in a moment, but we've got something far more interesting going on right now.
Oh, God.
I'm not going to offer you success
Oh.
cost.
This is a bad trip, man.
Never trust the pink pills.
I mean, that's probably wise advice, but I'm not going to take it.
Daisy looks down at the innocent, kindly trusting animal that she is slowly petting. She extends all four of her fangs and sinks them deep into the animal. She extracts a small amount of vitae, and as she does so, the beast inside of her awakens. Daisy is driven by her blood to court danger, haunted as she is by righteous fire burning its way up her lineage. The next time she is faced with a problem to solve, any attempt at a solution short of the most daring or dangerous incurs a 2 dice penalty. You are suffering from the Ravnos compulsion, tempting fate. You may slake 2 hunger.
Do I kill it?
Yeah, fuck it, but you still only get 2 hunger. That goat was 2 days away from retirement. The house is a normal Japanese house. It's fairly modern, red brick, slanted roof, double glazed windows. There is an outside wall that's probably about neck high on an average height person. So overhead height for the Japanese. And me.
And then in terms of windows, we got any big windows anywhere?
It'll be double paned, widthwise. One at the front of the house, one at the back of the house, one on the second floor at the rear of the house.
And there's a balcony attached to that window, or is it just window?
There is a balcony. Yes. Peter Pan.
Cool. Cool. So, I think since we don't see any activity going on or outside, I think I'm gonna make my way, kind of trying to stick to the shadows as much as possible, being stealthy-like to get to the back of the building, and I want to see if the back window, if the curtains are open or anything like that, to try to sneak a peek inside, see what I'm dealing with.
You can have that for free. Fuck yeah. And
Oh, thank you.
you'll be able to look inside. On the first floor, it's relatively empty, sparse amount of furniture, just barely enough that if someone was passing by, they wouldn't bother thinking twice. There's a sofa, a TV, table, chairs, all the kind of basics a human would need. As you're looking in there, though, you spot the subtle details. That couch has still got its label attached. TV isn't plugged in. Phone isn't plugged in. That kind of thing.
So it's all for show. Okay. As I don't want to get right up to it, but I definitely want to see if I can maybe use heightened senses, see if I can hear anybody moving about in there. Because I know the lights are on, but okay.
And don't forget to add in your Auspex dots to the total you roll.
Okay, hold on.
It's not a modifier, it's just a flat addition to the total.
Okay. And so since it's not a modifier, will I roll that separately then? Because I don't think it'll let me.
You roll, and then let's say your Auspex is 2. If you roll 2, your total is 4.
Okay, got you.
So your total is 3. That's fine.
So
Your total is 3.
Okay.
That's not a fail.
Okay. All right.
And as you listen in, you just hear the bleat of a goat that is cut short. And upstairs, you can hear people moving around, desperately trying to be as quiet as possible. Probably having a conversation about their prized goat.
Right, because that prize goat is super important. Okay, cool. So
I was prized.
Is it is it a type of window that would open this way or
Side to side.
side to side? Got it. All right, cool.
Sort of look
Can I
I was
see the
getting
block?
off Violet, and I knew, don't play that out with your hand, Shiv.
Is it locked?
It is locked.
It is locked. Wonderful. Well, I would have been taught a lovely little trick on how to get these kind of windows open from my family, so I'd like to unlock it if I may.
Dexterity and larceny, please. Somebody's kid.
Yes.
Fuck you, Ms. Hutz, that's genius.
Yeah.
I already made a kid joke and no one saw it.
Yeah, Nitro made the first kid joke and it was good.
I want to re-roll that one. Can I do that?
Absolutely can.
And now
Oh, hang
I get
on.
this every-
Did you just use heightened senses as well, didn't you, at Hunger 5?
Oh, I did. Oh no, is there a thing for that? Or no?
No, I'm
Uh-oh.
getting antsy.
What is that hunger for?
It's whenever you do a rouse check. You don't need a
okay.
rouse check, so I'm getting antsy, it's fine.
Yeah.
Tell it's on the mind, though.
Okay, so do I to re-roll that one? I would use this willpower roller thing here, or the one underneath the box.
WP reroll.
Okay, just want to double check because I'll be getting that mixed up sometimes. All right, I want to re-roll the one, and I didn't get it. So we're just gonna walk around with that two success, and try
Two
to unlock
successes
this
isn't enough to open it.
No, you know,
I can offer you
when I
hunger.
see
I
that
can offer you hunger at success at cost.
hunger at success at cost. Now, you know, I'm already feeling a little, on edge, given how hungry I am. And I think in that frustration, is Violet or Daisy near me? Or am I by myself?
I'm still petting the goat.
Daisy's petting the goat. I'm not sure where Violet is.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm dead.
The pelt can be a nice coat. Right, where's Violet?
She's
never mind,
currently
she's-
coughing from the effects of the rot going through her system right now.
Right, she
Fine.
is.
Once she takes some Benadryl, it'll be fine.
Are you petting a dead goat?
You're also petting the dead goat.
No. Do you mind if I take this dead goat? Can I take him?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna take the dead goat. If I obfuscate, will the goat be hidden?
You want to carry
What?
the goat
What?
while invisible?
What? No.
It would just be a floaty goat.
It wouldn't let you obfuscate because it would break obfuscate like that.
But it's dead, it's not alive.
Yeah, but you're still doing something that isn't affected by basically, no, you can't do the invisible man thing from the 70s.
No. I want to take the goat invisibly with me, and I want to chuck it at people as a weapon.
You can't.
Hmm.
Because carrying the thing with you, it wouldn't be obfuscated. It would therefore break obfuscate, because obfuscate isn't actually the art of being invisible. It's a trick that you're playing on people's minds to not look directly at you. So if you're walking around with this goat that's hovering in midair, they're going to be like, goats don't do that. Oh, it's Violet.
Okay. I just want to take a new weapon with me, that's all. Okay.
Yeah, I
Never mind.
know. You wanted to download some more RAM.
Goat. It's not dead, it's resting.
It's just in a sleep. Right. So do I see a floating goat?
Can I just ask, I as a man, Olivia, is this how all girls' nights out go? You go sacrifice a goat, and then you just try to use it as a weapon? Is that a regular girls'
Pretty
night out
much.
thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Common slumber party thing,
Yeah.
Well.
All
Sometimes
this
you
time
gotta
we
bring
pillows,
the
we have
goat
dead
back from the
goats.
dead.
all this time we
sometimes
thought
we
it was
try to
pillow fights. Now you're using
Lucifer.
dead goats. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, we're trying to speak to Lucifer through the goat,
Yep.
Anyhow,
That's fair.
do I see a floating goat anywhere nearby to be able to tell me where Violet is, or?
We said no for the goat, right?
I'm not allowed to do floaty goat, so
All right. So do
you
I
won't let
see
me do
Violet?
floaty goat.
God damn it! Do I see Violet?
You
do I
most
see her
definitely
at
do.
all?
You do see. You do see Violet.
Oh, okay, great, cool.
I'll just have a nice girls' night out. That'd be nice and easy to storytell. Just let them RP for a bit. Little did I know that poor Billy Goat, one day away from retirement, was going to get murdered, then picked up and used as a weapon in an obscene fashion.
Yeah, goat retirement is making them into lunch anyway.
Yeah.
If you're canonically naming him Billy, does that make him Billy the Kid?
So here's what I'm gonna do, because I don't know where this is all going. I'm gonna take Violet, or to the air, quietly, kind of stage whisper. Right. So I thought I could just unlock it. I can't, so I'm gonna break the window, which is probably gonna alert them. So should anyone jump out the front door window or the front side window, maybe be there to catch them. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
I
team
will
on
run
break.
around to the front and hold out my arms. Ready to catch someone.
Cool,
I'm not
cool,
sure
cool,
what
cool,
Violet's
cool.
waiting to catch, but I want to know where that's going.
Right. So as I see them run about to the pincer movement, I imagine to the front to do what they will with whoever jumps out the front window. I'm gonna kick this fucking window in, and yeah. Unless there's a door that's unlocked that I could try to fucking go through,
Would you like to try a door? I mean,
I would
I've been
like to
sat
try
here
a door,
waiting.
'cause I've realized-
It's one of those times. All the fucking DMs and storytellers are just sat here thinking, why don't they try the fucking door? Players never try a fucking door. The simplest way in. No. Let's try and pick up a dead fucking goat and use it to ram raid the house.
It's because in D&D most times the doors are mimics, but we're not playing D&D. We're in World of Darkness. Right. So I'm gonna try the door.
It's not a mimic. You haven't seen a ghost orb.
Okay, great, wonderful. I haven't seen any weird shit. I'd like to see if the door is open. Yeah.
You walk up to the door, and
Yeah.
you are able to find the back door is unlocked.
Amazing. Just incredible. Yeah, so I'm gonna fucking, and walk in real quiet, still being stealthy. Still vampire stealthy, into the house. Yeah, very only open the door enough to fit my body.
This is why
through.
people watch this stream.
Yes, and then yeah. So I'm in the house now, and because I heard them upstairs, would I be able to hear them a little bit better now that I'm inside?
Yeah.
I want to. Yeah, my intent is to find out how many there are.
Coincidentally and luckily enough, there's 3. No, sorry, there's 2. There's 2. I can't count to 3. That's a big number.
Right. No, that's amazing though. Okay, cool. So I'm going to
Still
pull
the loss
out.
of my goat. I'm sorry.
I'm going to pull out my very special fancy knife that Solomon gave me, because I still have that, and I'm just gonna have that at the ready as I make my way quietly up the stairs.
Violet, where are you at this point?
I'm gonna start sneaking in as well, but very crouched and not obfuscated. I'm not even gonna bother obfuscating. I'm just gonna be
Like a
creepily.
pool boy at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only less abused.
I'll let you both, if you so wish, be able to make it up to the stairs without being detected. And as you reach the top of the landing, traditional Japanese modern layout, bathroom in front of you, bedroom with a closed door, landing to the one side, presumably another bedroom, the far end of the landing, closed door. You've still got heightened senses on as far as I'm aware, Marcelina, and I'm happy to let you have free that you will know that the 2 people are in the bedroom to your left at the far side of the landing.
Will Violet have made herself known to me?
Yeah, I'm not invisible.
Okay, no, I didn't know if you were like coming up behind me, so okay. Then she will just silently kind of point towards the door on the left side.
As opposed to noisy pointing.
I could have made it. Listen, buddy. See.
I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
I point to the door to let her know, and then I'm going to I'm gonna go to the door and I think there's a little bit of excitement in Marcelina in getting to hunt in this way. She hasn't done it in this way in quite some time, and frankly she missed it. So she gives Violet a kind of wicked smile, and then we'll slowly start to pull open the door and just let her fingers kind of creep and crawl over the edge, and then proceed in.
Dexterity and stealth for me, please.
And can I use my speciality against kindred for stealth?
You absolutely can.
Wonderful. And that's 1, right?
It is. That is a +1 modifier.
Wonderful. Ooh.
That is an open door.
It's just opening the door undetected.
Okay.
Nice
You attempt
paper door.
to silently open the door, pushing it open. Unfortunately, without any of your knowledge, the door creaks loudly in the night, as it needed a decent bit of oil on it, and you alert the pair to your presence. Stop right there, criminal scum!
This only makes Marcelina laugh, and it's a weird laugh that I in real life cannot replicate. It's like wheezy and almost like dual toned. It's meant to kind of creep out and scare.
It's like a cartoon dog.
Yeah, kind of.
Does it sound like a goat that's being killed 2 days before retirement?
You know, it might actually sound like that for sure. Would cause a sense of loss and grief as soon as you hear it.
Tragedy.
Maybe a little bit of cackle on the end as Lucifer leaves the goat's body. Anyhow, so as she gets on in, giggling as she does, and she'll just keep. So when I see the two individuals, are they like standing right next to each other? What do they look like? You know.
They're Japanese. Oh shit, I did have a description for this. They are Japanese, but you can tell that they are anarchs.
They don't all look the same.
Wow, that was not where I was going with that. Just wow. Typical goat killer propaganda. They're dressed in a short leather jacket and black jeans. They have dyed blonde hair. And one is sat down. As the other is standing over them, it seems that they were in a conversation, probably excited about how they're going to sell the goat at market and finally buy their way out of poverty.
So I don't see any weapons on them, right?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk in real calm and
Like goats are in the paddock.
and my knife, and she starts to go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And as she does so, her like knife is going back and forth until she lands on the stand-in individual. She's just gonna keep walking towards them real slow, serial killer-like, you know.
Violet would like to rush in and pounce on the one sitting down. Just feral and growling.
Strength.
And
Roll.
just like...
I believe you have a speciality for that as well?
For,
Me?
Violet.
For grapple and brawl, yeah. Oh, yes, I do. Ha ha ha.
Perfect. You may apply a +1 modifier.
being-
Marcelina!
Yes.
I'm being all slow and methodical right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking strength and intimidation for you.
Okay. Can I convince you to allow me dexterity and intimidation? As I'm being more lithe and less
Yeah.
brutish?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Lovely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Violet. I'm trying to think of how to say this because I can't just say goes down on all fours because that's going to set her fucking off. See? Violet descends down and uses her arms as legs in a feral fashion, pouncing across the wooden floor and jumping upon her prey, her 4 fangs extended as she pins her victim down to the floor. Marcelina, the person you're advancing on, has their hands in the air, clearly intimidated by the sight of Violet. as a feral creature attacking their partner in crime, and this knife that has been brought out against them. What would
Yes.
you like to do next?
Okay, I think what I'd like to do as I'm stepping forward, I raise up the knife and I there's almost like childlike playfulness that's happening as I draw closer, and once I'm right up to them, kind of have the point of the knife at their where do I want it to be? I think I'll have it sort of abdomen area. And I'm going to grip the back of their head so that forcing them to look at me, and I'm going to look them directly in the eye as I like slowly push the knife in. Push the knife in, drag it up a little bit, and kind of read in and feed in off of their expression as I slowly twist the knife.
Good napalm death song.
Yeah. And then once I've done that, I'm going to pull the knife out, still looking at them, and lick the blade because I want to get a little sample first of what they taste like. And if it is to my liking, I'll then bite them.
I feel a bit inadequate, but just do your feeding roll, please, because that was beautiful.
All right, thank you. And then feed and roll is what? Is that just what is that?
Oh, yes, because you've got that weird one. Do dexterity and melee, I think, please. I could be convinced for strength and brawl if you prefer. I could be convinced for dexterity and brawl if you prefer.
Mommy, what did they put my toy?
Violet, your target is grappled successfully. It's yours to do with as you please.
And it's an anarch, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Barely even registers as kindred to you.
Yeah, really not worth it. But I'm going to hold it down in case Marcelina is still hungry. I'm just going to keep it there. There's a second in case she's super hungry.
Yeah.
Marcelina, your four fangs extend, being pleased with the taste of the vitae you have sampled. You pull your victim towards you and viciously bite into their face. How much vitae would you like to extract?
I would like to extract three. 3 is good.
You can drain this fucker without any stains, if you so wish.
No.
Okay.
Because I want that other one too. Yeah, I'm being greedy.
That's fine. And you slake 3 hunger. As the kindred you have fed on slowly turns into a desiccated corpse, you throw it across the room, discarding it with disdain, and turn your attention to the victim under Violet's claws and feet.
I'm gonna kind of wipe my mouth and kind of go over and look at her and say, "Are you gonna have some?"
It's all for you.
Sort of hold him down, like hold the neck back, fully expose him for you.
Marcelina smiles at that and is kind of brushing the person's hair back and is looking them in the eyes, and kind of her face right now looks almost like doe-like, you know, just very, very innocent and sweet, until she smiles at them. And she's going to take her fingers and she's digging them slowly into the person's throat and sort of creating a wound with her fingers, like her nails and shit. And opening the wound, kind of making sure to watch their expression because that's what actually matters most to her. And then she'll feed.
How much would you like to slake?
2.
Just 2?
Yeah.
So it's going to bring you down to... That will bring you down to
So-
1 hunger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because you can only go to 0 if you drain.
Yeah, all right then. Yeah. And then from there, she's gonna like lick her fingers clean and sit back for a second, catching her breath. And I imagine her like bottom half of her face is kind of messy and gross, and she's gonna look at Violet and say, "Thank you for this. I really needed it."
I know.
I'm gonna start looking around for anything that they had, like weapons or information or any kind of important stuff that they might have.
You have that for free, and it is barren. But
Nothing here, huh? Yeah, well, I wouldn't expect too much from them. Right. If anything else isn't needed to go through Violet, say we probably should go and get Daisy. We've left her out there for a while. Did she kill that goat?
Yeah.
you will see
Well-
on the wall, in a large picture frame, in the shape of a heart, a goat.
Marcelina will actually look at it and go, "I think she might like it," and we'll take the heart-shaped fucking frame here with the goat in it, and tuck it under her arm as she goes to march on out. And on the way, she's gonna grab like a paper towel or something from the kitchen, whap her mouth, make sure she doesn't look crazy, and then walk out the front door, holding out her picture to Daisy.
And I'm still there, arms out, ready to catch someone. Oh, is that for me?
Yes, and she'll toss it over since she has her arms out. She'll toss it over to her so she can catch the picture. I figured you might want something to commemorate it by, you know.
So cute! And I hug it.
Amazing. I feel great. That was awesome. I definitely need to get back into doing that. And, she's like stretching and kind of just like feeling herself, a little bit of a glow happening as she's freshly. No, not a goat. I didn't get a goat, but I got to eat, and that's what matters.
Do you
I
need
need
to take
to tell
any of
you
the goats
this.
with you?
Nitro has just PM'd me a message from Daddy.
Oh, it's
That
in general
says-
chat on the server.
The cow says moo. The duck says quack. The goat says flit. I'm sorry, I felt that was genuinely worth interrupting for.
I think
It's in general.
I
gold.
knew you
Whatever-
would have missed it until later. That's why I sent it.
they should get an automatic 3x for that. For whatever future games they appear on.
You get to
Do you need to take any goats with you, Daisy? Could you get hungry later?
Get all wiggly in my backpack.
Fair enough. Come on, I'll keep you safe when we go home.
Did you eat?
I'm not hungry.
Oh.
The disease. It takes away your hunger,
Mommy.
right?
Yeah, hungry. Just tonight was for you.
I think Marcelina kind of doesn't really know if she believes that or not, but she kind of just nods. And before, taking off towards wherever they gotta go next.
Is there anything you would like to talk about on your journey?
Thank you so much for letting me come along. This was awesome.
Yeah, of course. You're one of us,
Are we walking back? How far away are we?
You're walking back. You're walking at least some of the way until you maybe get to a people carrier, and then it's a 5-minute drive, if that.
Where did you go, Daisy?
I don't know, just traveling around, following the cool guys, I just realized I wasn't in Japan anymore, so I thought I should come back. I've only gone for a couple days.
You just realized you weren't in. So you, am I to assume you weren't sober, and that's why you didn't realize, or? Because I don't
Why
know.
would
How
you
did
want to be
you?
sober?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I was just curious. The wording was funny to me.
I was having fun. That's what you do, you know?
Yeah, I think our two point of views on what fun is might be a little different, but I support you having fun in whatever way you choose.
You would have liked this one guy. He had a knife, and he put his hand down on the table and was putting the knife between his fingers. It was super cool.
Oh hell yeah, we used to play that for fun in the dorms.
And it starts
Back
making like
home.
these light trails. Totally.
Interesting. That we did not do. We don't have any.
When the light shines off of the knife.
Oh, and
And
then
you
you
have
just saw.
like some LSD too.
Right. I figured that might be why you saw the trails, but yeah, no, that stuff is real easy and fun. And actually, Marcelina, she puts her hand down. I'm assuming we're on a bus right now. She puts her hand down. She starts doing the same trick.
Destroy the bus
Super,
seat.
yeah, just super fast, like.
Yeah, totally cool. And she keeps getting closer and closer to the knife.
And right before she accidentally bandsaws fucking Daisy in the face, she pulls the knife away. That way she doesn't actually cut her. But yeah,
If we're on a bus, Violet's gonna try and make sure people aren't staring at you too, like playing knifey hand.
yeah.
The old
You're on the
school
outside.
looking Nosferatu is going to make sure that these two aren't stared at on the bus.
Yeah.
That's
Well-
just so everyone knows exactly what is going on right now.
To be fair, Violet has her special little knitted hat that she got gifted. She's got the little knitted hat on, which, if she's riding on the bus, the hat comes out.
Yeah.
It helps to cover the ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just face like Yoda's asshole now. It's great. Yeah, it's fine.
Rude.
Fucking rude. Thank you.
Rude.
Yeah. I'll put the knife away so I don't freak anybody out.
That's totally
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, we learned that. Well, there's not much to do, when we're growing up, and you learn to entertain yourself, and all the round is pretty much knives and stuff for toys. So, but yeah, it's good fun. I could teach you how to do it. It's all about timing and not being afraid to lose a digit. Yeah. And actually, if you were to look, like, you'd be able to see exactly, but you'd be able to see on her fingers that she has like scars from when she was human doing those things that you could see on her fingers. Yeah, she's cut herself a few times playing that game. Yeah.
Can I hug you now?
Hugging. Yes, you may. She'll put her hands
I'll
up.
give her a really big hug and not let go.
Marcelina at first was like, this is nice, and then is very much suddenly like, this is a lot of contact, and is doing that, like, just the fingertips tapping, like, okay.
Your hair smells nice.
Oh, well,
I start touching her hair. My Daisy is still on ecstasy.
I think Marcelina does not know what to do with herself. This is a lot of physical contact that she did not know was going to happen. And I think at some point she'll start to, like, extract herself from Daisy.
Daisy will be totally unaware and just kind of go wherever you push her.
Yeah, I think she'll, eventually she'll kind of, like, adjust her so that she's, seated properly.
Violet would like to get a small notepad out and make notes about Ravnos right now.
Fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's two sorts of people watching this right now. There's the guys out there that are like, this is fucking nuts. What the fuck's going on? And then there's the women out there that are going, yeah, fucking been there. That is, yeah. Everything about that. Absolutely 100% true. And we've just had this little window into a woman's life.
Yep. Dead goats and knifey hands on a bus.
Yep.
That's normal, man.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Slumber party.
Yeah.
Well then. Actually, that's a perfect way to delay it. Daisy! Oh, God. As you're on your way back... This isn't going to go as well as I thought, no. Having successfully fed and murdered a poor goat, but you have acquired a nice, pretty new painting. What are your thoughts and feelings right now?
Daisy is open as she is.
Finally.
Okay, off topic. For the women here in chat, at slumber parties, did you A, have pillow fights, or B, play light as a feather, stiff as a board?
Or C, dead goat fights.
Well, that's kind of in the light as a feather, stiff as a board. Experiment with some witchcraft. Typical slumber party. Anyway.
Casual Satanism, anyone?
I'm actually not
was it just me? Was it just me and my cult family? Friends? What?
No, I got in his heart. I was there mentally as well. I got you. As soon as the dead goats got involved, yeah.
Is this just your craft now? Craft.
What?
Is this just your craft now?
Craft, because it's witchcraft.
The craft that's how they started in the craft.
But that's why the girls like. That's why all girls, teenage girls, like the craft because that's what we did.
Look at me.
That is what we did. Agreed.
Look at me. This is not the face that was ever invited to teenage girls' parties for any reason.
That is literally what we did and what we wanted it to actually be. That's why girls like the craft.
Yep.
I just thought it was a good movie.
Anyway, what Daisy's thinking. So, as open as Daisy is, she probably wouldn't tell everyone how comfortable she feels right now. It's nice to be back around her coterie. She's well fed. Assuming they're going back to the Haven. She just feels good right now.
That's fair. It's pretty much what I thought you'd say, yeah. Violet, you've had this report back from Marcelina. Your ailment has been reported as well. It's no longer a secret, but it is at least just between you girls for the moment. And you've also helped Marcelina out, perhaps start of a new, beautiful friendship. Something very useful to Violet. What are your thoughts and feelings now?
Violet is very much going over everything she saw from Marcelina, like how she moved and how she killed. Since the Hecata know what's wrong with Violet now, she's taking in strategic notes religiously in her head. She liked helping. It was fun to be act that close to somebody again, but in her head she's noting everything.
As one thing I think Violet would have noticed about the way Marcelina kills, that's different from how she's seen her kill before, is that this is absolutely for Marcelina's pleasure. probably would be the first time that she would have seen Marcelina smile and it reach her eyes. Yes. Yeah.
She would have noted that down too.
Marcelina, you have you have managed to feed in a way that is extremely enjoyable. You got by with a little help from your friends. What are your thoughts and feelings right now?
I think Marcelina is extremely happy that she was able to feed, especially in her, quite frankly, her preferred way. She's still, I think, reveling in the high that comes from that. Specifically from seeing the fear in her prey's eyes. And I think she is. She likes having Violet and Daisy around, having them be there with her. I think more so Violet in the sense that Violet was like their witness to it and wasn't like put off by her violent nature. And so she sees value in that. And I think she's also keenly aware that Violet was watching her. So in a way, I think she probably showed off a little bit, because she had an audience. But yeah, she's feeling really good at this moment.
Good. Wonderful. Let's ruin that. The Coven of Undead have returned to their haven to rest during the day, following this cascade of events from previous nights. Marcelina awakens in the coterie haven, finding the upstairs silent and empty. She descends down the slippery, varnished wooden stairs, and the subtle sounds of chewing become louder as she approaches the bottom set. She steps off the last step, turning her head to the right and finding the source of the chewing noise. Is Dr. Laram, sat and restrained upon a chair, a severed leg suspended from the ceiling in front of him, as he ravenously chews against it, fighting against the chains, holding him in place. Solomon stands behind him, his briefcase opened, and the contents within clearly visible.
Good evening, Marcelina.
Solomon, what? What's going on here?
Well, the doctor here is sick.
Oh, sick. Strange. She's gonna look at the doctor. How does he look now that Solomon has said he's sick?
I'm sorry.
Dr. Laram look. How does Dr. Laram look now that Solomon said that he's sick? Does he
More
look sickly?
pale than usual. The skin is sullen and sank in, almost like he should be in torpor, but is not.
Marcelina's gonna step forward, and I think she's gonna grab Dr. Laram's face and move his upper lip, then his bottom lip, and try to see if his fangs are still there.
And you will see that 2 of his fangs seem to be missing. The wounds have fused over.
She'll look at Solomon and say, "The plague, then."
There is a way to fix him, though.
There is?
Yes, it's quite simple. We just need to remove parts of his brain.
Oh. Parts of his brain.
Yes.
When she looks around, how does everything look? Does it look dreamy? Is what I'm needing to know. Does it look dreamy, or she's having a "is this reality" moment? It's okay if there's nothing to indicate, but like
Resolve and composure for me, but it will be a very difficult role.
wonderful. Okay. And composure, you said. That's a nice one success for you.
Could be real. It could be a dream.
Okay. She will kind of step around too, so that she can view Dr. Laram from the same position that Solomon is in. And then she'll say, which parts of his brain?
Well, he's completely acting unlike himself, so I'd say probably sections of the frontal cortex is probably rotting away and causing deterioration. Other harder to reach places, it's easier to show than explain, really. I don't have any diagrams on me.
Well, I'm not much of a fan of him anyway. Do you mind if I watch?
I would actually prefer you to be the one that proceeds with the action, and I will guide you. You wanted to learn from me, yes? And there's no better way than to learn than to be guided in doing it yourself.
Right. Yeah, I did want to learn. Is there a particular knife I should be using?
That's the part that makes me excited. Would you mind? I can actually do something much better. And he'll put a hand out, and for Marcelina to offer a hand back.
Her eyebrows definitely shoot up in surprise, but she knows that Solomon is capable of doing very strange things, so she will give her hand to him.
And Storyteller, I'm going to wave my other hand over hers, and I would like to cast Flush Crafting.
Oh, shit.
It's free. It's completely free. No rouse check or anything.
As he's waving the hand over yours and kind of making you lose eyesight of parts of your hand, you'll notice that the tips of your fingers start to grow what I can only describe as bone scalpels on each individual finger.
Okay. Lady Deathstrike, got it.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. I think that as he's doing that, her eyes would widen in surprise. But she's not upset by this, because for her, this just makes her a better killer. And she says, "Oh, Solomon, this is amazing. You can do this with anything?"
Yes, and this is just a minor change, really. I can do much, much more.
Holy shit. Right, well, and she'll like flex her fingers and sort of test out what it's like to have these long claws. And then we'll look at their patient and say, right, where to first?
And Shiv, I will start describing how to remove the top, similar to how I did with Ein.
Proceed to put the blade into the man's skull, edging deeply inside of it and cutting around in a circle. You hear the bone crack and separate. You give the top of the skull a slight twist and remove it, exposing the brain and the sac that it is contained in that I can't remember the Latin name for.
The Abdubla oblongata.
Like that, yeah.
Right. So do I kind of like with the pads of these claws, not like the actual point. She's gonna kind of like push on the kind of fleshy sac part and say, right. So do I pop it, or how do I go about this?
sorry if I'm a little bit confused by your description. There are like visual signs of the disease on the brain. Okay. Well, you have to excise them. Make sure that you get enough of the tissue that it has no chance of reappearing, making sure it's completely gone.
Hmm. Would Marcelina have any kind of training on, you know what? No, she wouldn't. Never mind, I answered my question. Right. She goes to around at least one of the kind of diseased parts. She goes to begin to pierce it, but then she pauses a moment and says, will he be the same after?
Oh, most definitely not. Any form of disease in the brain that wants removal is most likely going to change a person forever. But there are miraculous stories of people having their brain completely, or half of their brain completely removed, and they were actually better off for it.
How strange. And she'll dig a claw in to begin kind of slicing around the diseased portion, like leaving just enough so that it's not like taking too much tissue. She's trying to get it as close to the diseased part as she can see as possible.
Dexterity and resolve for me, please.
What are these rolls? Okay.
We went from goat to brain surgery.
Yeah, this is wild.
Best session ever.
because I'm being guided by Solomon and his knowledge. Can I get a +1?
Yes, because you're absolutely correct, and not because you sweet talk me with that accent.
Okay, great, thanks. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Yep. You ease your finger over the part of the brain that is clearly showing rot and rust coloring. You could become completely focused on your work as you slice through the warm tissue. You look up. You notice your surroundings have faded to darkness. You cast your eyes and head around. Notice that Solomon and Dr. Laram have now both disappeared, replaced by the wooden surroundings of Elysium. It is almost empty of patrons, aside from the body of Violet, laid out on a table, as Olivia finishes chaining down Violet's body.
Hey, Liv. What are you doing?
Oh, thank goodness you're here. Poor, poor Violet. She's sick. I knew it from the moment I met her. We have to help her.
Right. How does Violet look to me, besides being chained down to a table? I guess the question is, how far along in the disease is she? ST.
She has still got all 4 of her fangs.
Okay.
She's looking almost as bad as Dr. Laram did, but not quite. I can't say that yet.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so Marcelina will come forward and confused by the whole situation. And she stops and kind of puts her hands on the table. Is my my hand still clawed up?
Nope.
No, it's regular now. Okay. You knew from the start that she was sick?
Yeah. Look at her. Look at how she's been acting. You know that she's sick, don't you? You're a very good friend to Violet, Marcelina.
Well, as good as a friend as I'll ever be. I'm gonna go to Violet and I'm gonna tap her cheek to see if she's awake or if I can.
Who's awake?
If she's awake and alive, you know. Violet? Violet, honey. You, how you doing?
How am I doing?
Oh, you feel like shit. You feel like
yeah.
absolute shit. You're panicking. You're chained down. You're ill. Random Malkavian has chained you down in Elysium. Didn't even buy you dinner first.
Rude.
No manners, those monkeys.
It hurts. Everything
right.
hurts.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna try to help.
Yes, you need to help. You're a good friend, Marcelina. And she'll toss you some pliers. You need to remove the negativity and remove her fangs.
She won't be able to feed. She needs them.
But she's
wait.
sick.
I mean, yes, she's sick, but that won't make it any better. She's just gonna starve.
She's unwell either way. This way, we can help her.
Marcelina's probably showing signs of some tics, or she's, kind of twitching and feeling like her skin is too tight for her body as she looks at Violet. And is wildly uncomfortable right now. For several.
Want to help her, don't you?
Yes. I mean, she's not used to anyone if she's sick, but this doesn't make sense. It doesn't.
Come now, and she'll try and guide you with a hand to come closer to Violet as she'll stand behind the chained up chair. The sooner you get this over, the better.
I think as she's guiding her closer, and Marceline almost automatically, like her body's on autopilot, raises up her hand that has the pliers in it, and kind of grabs Violet's jaw. It kind of spends a moment looking at her, debating on whether she should do this or not. Oh God!
Violet starts crying.
Oh, okay. She starts crying. Cool. I think Marcelina is not really affected by the tears. This is just not making sense to her. And I think there's a moment where Marcelina closes her eyes and she remembers lessons that she was taught, lessons Uncle taught her, especially recently. Her most recent uncle has given her insight on certain things, and almost as if there's a switch in her mind, she clicks it off and she shoves the pliers into Violet's mouth and proceeds to rip the fangs out.
You'll be pleased to hear I have spared you all the sound effect of teeth being pulled. I did consider it.
Thank you. I was dreading, I ain't gonna lie.
As Marcelina pulls the last of the fangs out, the opened wound hemorrhages as a thick coating of violet vitae covers Marcelina's face, filling her eyes with the viscous liquid blinding her. Instinctively, she licks the crimson fluid from her lips before being able to open her eyes to the visage of Solomon and Olivia and Violet surrounding her, as the voice of Uncle cracks through her skull once more.
Marcelina, you are unwell. Stay still. You need your treatment.
The kindred advance towards Marcelina, who obediently stays in place under Uncle's instructions as they prepare to remove her limbs and fangs any way they can. What would the three of you like to do to this poor person?
Fuck me. God damn.
I don't think that's an option.
No, I didn't
Is that a request?
I didn't mean that literally. I'm fucking panicking. It's fine. No, I think just as a note to you guys, Marcelina at first is very still, but I think like the closer you draw, the more kind of like animal in a corner she gets, and she is gonna probably try to like tug away if you guys get too close. You know, general. Don't fucking remove my arms. You know.
Violet's gonna go in for a grapple. Hold her still. From behind, probably. To hook under her arms. And holding really tightly to keep her still.
Strength and resolve, please. Marcelina, strength and resolve, please.
Okay. Shit. Right. Strength and resolve. Okay. Oh, I hate this, you guys.
Respectable. It's respectable. Violet?
Sorry, what did you want me to roll?
Strength and resolve, please.
Oh, beg your pardon.
It's alright. I'm still getting over the goat death myself, so don't worry.
I mean...
I'll freak the fuck out. It's fine.
Alright, that goat. Would you like to re-roll any of those, Violet?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I
Marcelina, take a superficial willpower damage. Violet, you will not take superficial willpower damage.
Jesus Christ. Uh-huh. I hate
Don't
this.
press the reroll. Deep, deep.
Violet is able to sneak behind Marcelina easily and restrain her, leaving her open for Olivia and Solomon to do virtually anything they wish with her.
As the two of you draw near, Marcelina is like, fangs extended, fucking growling and screaming, probably attempting to kick out at you as well.
Hold still, sweetheart. It will all be over soon, and Olivia will pick up the pliers again and make her way closer to you.
Oh, I fucking hate this so much. I might spit. I might just cock my head back and spit in her face. Just upset, with the general situation.
Then she's gonna try and open your mouth.
Oh God. She'll probably
You can't
try to take a
resist,
few
so that's fine.
Yeah, she'll probably just try to snap at you, like bite at your fingers, but yeah.
No. It'll be all over soon.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yes, she's gonna start trying to rip out your teeth.
It's just screams. It's blood-curdling screams that kind of morph into growls and roars of probably a mix of pain and anger, rage.
Dexterity and resolve for me, please, Olivia.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Would you like re-rolling any of those?
Yeah, I'm going to.
Yeah, okay. Marcelina, take a superficial willpower damage, please.
Oh, amazing.
Olivia,
this is
you
so
don't.
great. This is so great for me. I love this so much, you guys. Oh my God.
And Olivia is able to lean in and use the rusted, covered in blood still pair of pliers, clamp them to your fangs, and remove 3 of them, one by one.
There. It's all over soon.
Would I, at this point, be able to decipher if this is real or not?
Potion resolve for me, please.
Okay, that's great. Love that so much for me. Oh. I hate this. This is fucking awful.
It feels real, but what's going on to you is it can't be real.
I'm not sick. I wasn't sick. I wasn't sick. I didn't feed from anybody that had it. I didn't feed from Violet. I don't drink from Khan. I don't. And it's really just that kind of like over and over again. This can't be real because I'm not sick. And I'm going to attempt to like push myself out of the dream.
But you don't know it's a dream.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That like she's convincing herself this isn't real. This is a dream, and is going to try to like push herself
Well,
out.
according
of
to
what she
that roll,
thinks
you're
is a
not.
dream. Great, that's awesome. I love that so much. It's cool. Yeah.
I'd really like a nightmare in the next session, please, Shiv.
No, this is great. I love it so much. She was the best storyteller ever. Okay, I'm going to.
I'll take that. Yeah.
I think at this point that like Marcelina decides that if it's real, she's not gonna go out alone, and she's actually going to try to attack Violet, since Violet's the one holding her.
Strength and resolve, please, versus Violet. Strength and resolve, please.
Okay, can I argue for dexterity because of how I want to do it?
Nope.
Okay, that's
because
fine.
it's grapple, and the only way to get out of a grapple is strength. It's usually strength and brawl versus strength and brawl.
Okay.
Do I get my plus
You do
because she's
not.
kindred? Okay.
Right, strength and resolve. Okay.
Oh dear. What a shame. What a shame. What a
I
shame.
know.
That's so great.
And
for
struggle
me.
as you might, but you have been given a re-roll from RJ.
Thank you, RJ. Fingers crossed that this is better than the one before. It's not. It's not. It's not better. That's fine.
And struggle as
Thank
you
so much,
might,
RJ.
you're unable to wiggle your way out of Violet's ironclad grasp. Violet, what would you like to do with the victim?
I was still gonna try and hold her down for Solomon, who's Choppy Chop. But whilst waiting, she's just gonna be whispering against this part, just like,
It's okay. You're gonna be fine. It will be over soon. Don't worry.
I think at that, the fight leaves her, and she goes very still. And is staring directly in Solomon's eyes. And just kind of, it's not so much like giving up in terms of going lax, but just like, if you're gonna do it, just get it done with.
Solomon,
I'll be overseen.
what would you like to do? The target is restrained completely.
Yes, I will have scalpel in one hand. It'll all be over soon, and I'll start getting the scalpel closer and closer to the forehead, going to do pretty much the same thing we were about to do for the doctor.
No resistance whatsoever. Resistance at this point is futile.
Just saw that coming. Yeah, like I said, I'll start performing the same cranial removal that we did on the doctor.
Excellent.
As this is happening and she can feel the slicing into her skull, Marcelina does a trick that she was taught when it comes to torture in order to not give any information away. And almost locks her consciousness into sort of mental box and becomes just dead. In a way, it is more Marcelina than how she normally presents herself, to just be dead inside. As she spends her time recalling every single kill, every single person she's tortured, that is Marcelina's happy place. And so that's where she goes. With
Kind
her
of picturing
mind...
Solomon going, that's the happy place.
But she is, has her mind actually fixed on Uncle's face, sort of a mental image of him. Just doing what she was taught to do.
Marcelina feels the tears of flesh and muscle in the skull being torn away. Blood spills from every one of her wounds. Her body aches with pain. Her vision blurs in and out of focus, until finally she sees Uncle standing over her, his fist clenched, looming over his shoulder, until it comes careening down towards her face. The last thing she sees is the gold ring upon his finger, the Giovanni crest inlaid upon it as it makes impact with her. A surge of pain as a man's fist pierces through her skull and face, forces her into convulsions, till she finally opens her eyes and finds herself back in the coterie haven in her own bed.
I think she wakes up pretty violently. I think she wakes up pretty violently, realizing that she's alone. And she immediately gets up, and she's actually going to walk out of her room and go into everyone's room and just like peek in on them. The first, I believe, would be Violet, since that's who's right next to her. And so she would kind of like slide the door open a little bit and just stand in the doorway and stare at Violet. I don't know if Violet's awake or sleeping, but...
Everyone will be awake, and Olivia will be in the haven as well. And I'm kind of picturing Violet, if she's there, standing in the doorway, ears up in happy mode.
Violet's reading her book in front of the mirror like normal.
Would you like to go read together, Pixie? It is always nice to spend time reading together.
You're gonna see Violet smiling at the mirror.
And you love belongs.
I think, given her dream, Marcelina is actually going to do a frenzy check as she sees Violet speaking to the mirror and like being happy. It's a rage. It, just to clarify, it's rage. She's still
A fury frenzy.
reeling. Yes, exactly.
Roll a fury frenzy for me. Let's call that difficulty 3, please.
Hold on a second. So I would just click frenzy?
Yep. And then it asks you the difficulty.
Oh, okay. And you said 3?
Yep.
Can I tell you what I do?
No. Only if you spend another willpower and ride the wave.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I'm not going to.
kind of SPC.
Okay, that's fine.
I think she wanted to describe how she freaks out.
Yeah. So my intention essentially would be to stride into the room, grab the mirror, and crash it over Violet's head. But...
Oh, I'm totally gonna fucking let you do that. Yes!
That's my intention, so however you want to describe that.
No. You go ahead and you smash that mirror. From the prince.
Well, Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So 1 minute, Marcelina's just staring at you, kind of deadpan, and in probably two large, steps, she gets to the mirror, grabs the top of it, and just topples it over you in hopes of crashing it over your head.
Can I roll something to try to catch it so it doesn't smash?
Both of you roll Dex and Athletics for me, please.
Ink.
On reflection, this may not have been a good idea.
It's fine. It probably is a
Violet,
good idea, but still.
you are able to skillfully, instantly, and quickly catch the mirror before any damage is done to it whatsoever.
What are you doing?
Because I'm in frenzy, I don't know, can I respond? Or am I just, rage right now? I don't know.
You have got to do everything you can to destroy that mirror. And that is the only way to end your frenzy.
Okay. What's the back of this mirror? Is it a hardwood? Is there, a softer,
It's a hardwood.
Okay.
It's a hardwood life.
I think Marcelina doesn't speak. She is too enraged. And I think you'd be able to tell looking at her face that she's just, not okay, and furious. And she lifts it up and is going to take a swing to crack through the mirror portion.
Violet?
Violet would like to try to stop it happening. I don't know, one hand on the mirror, one trying to grab her hand as it tries to punch through it, if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Marcelina, strength, brawl. Violet, dexterity, brawl.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone like reroll?
Yes,
I mean, the only
please.
person who can reroll really is Violet.
Yeah. I think Marcelina will say, as you're trying to stop her, she's gonna say, it's not real, he's dead. And continue to try to shatter this mirror.
Violet, catch your fist in one hand, mirror in the other. She will see, most definitely, all four of your fangs are bearing down. Violet will instinctively know that the beast has its hold over you right now. The rest of you in the Haven, by the way, will most definitely be hearing this. This is not a quiet thing.
Full-on tussle happening upstairs.
I don't know if Olivia wants to sell front row tickets, but...
Olivia is in the kitchen downstairs, has made herself a nice cup of tea, and is sitting on the table with a cup of tea, and is not moved since, she did that when she got there, and she is staying there until someone comes down.
Amazing.
And in this scene, Olivia is my spirit animal.
Chaos in the house.
That's none of my business.
Not Marcy, not that circus.
I'm not cleaning that shit up.
Daisy would have been just hanging out on the couch where she probably slept that night. Ignoring it at first, but man, that's not stopping. And wanders up the stairs, peeks in to see what's going on.
Yes, we should probably keep them from drawing attention. Don't need any nosy neighbors, and I'll follow Daisy up.
Well, when you get up there, I imagine you'd see us in full, I think, in the interim, when she catches her fist, Marcelina will actually kind of use her body weight to push forward and is going to try to back kick the mirror. Intent on shattering it. Do you know what I mean? Lean into Violet and then kind of kick her leg back to hit the mirror.
Both of you do Dex and Brawl, please. Mirror, prime of its life.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna re-roll again.
Thank you.
It's very important.
More important than you know.
Yeah.
I think as she's doing this and they're kind of fighting it out here, she's gonna say, "Don't you get it? He's dead. You need to let him go." And it's all said through like gritted teeth. Marcelina doesn't know why she's like attacking this particular thing about Violet, but like she's so enraged right now that like it's just like the first thing she's latched on to.
Oh, don't worry, Pixie. Violet's safe. We'll stack it up for you. But yeah, you are literally that fucking furious right now. It could be anything. You're just angry. You are furious. But Violet is able to successfully move the mirror out of the way, missing your kick.
Yeah.
Violet is then going to try and grapple her and pin her to the ground.
Ooh,
Strength Brawl versus Marcelina's Strength Brawl.
Well,
I would say, dude, Marcelina, what are you doing? And try to restrain her as well.
Oh no, don't like this. This reminds her of the dream. So can I frenzy again? Is that a thing? Can we frenzy again?
You are still in frenzy.
Okay, I didn't know if it's like something that could be stacked because it's sort of shifted to fear at this point. But if not, that's okay. She's just now it rather than rage.
If you want, you can do a Terror Frenzy, and we could try and replace Fury with Terror Frenzy.
Yeah.
But that's not probably going to work out very well either.
Yeah. All right. Well, then I won't roll.
Terror Frenzy, you got to run. You're going to fucking run. No offense. They're going to grapple you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll just keep it then as it is if it's not really going to, shift anything in terms of story. I think at this point she will like be full on screaming where it's like almost all growl, saying "Don't touch me," and sort of she's going to try to like I guess hit Violet in order not to get grappled. I imagine she doesn't actually feel or see Daisy yet to know that Daisy is like coming to her.
I think Daisy's successfully given an assist and will have restrained.
Yeah, I was going for it.
Restrain you, so it's one arm each.
And you said it's strength and athletic, strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl.
What is it? That's for the strength and brawl. Okay, got it.
I know this might not work in this situation, but it's the only thing that I can think of that might. Marcelina, darling, you must calm down. I do not know what has gotten into you, and can I cast Cloud Memory on her? Just to maybe make her forget why she's been angry for like the last few minutes?
You absolutely can.
Okay.
Roll Cloud Memory. Show me Cloud
like,
Memory, please.
Yeah, because I was like, I got rid of my other Dominate power that would have been more useful, but...
Okay, so first of all, roll Cloud Memory, Solomon. Marcelina, could you roll for me Wits and Resolve, but you also get...
I have Unswayable Mind.
You get a bonus for that, and you get another +3 bonus as well.
Okay, so it's Wits and Resolve, is that what you said? What did you
Wits
say?
and Resolve, and Unswayable Mind is the amount of toughness added, is the amount in that discipline added to the total.
Shiv,
you are getting a plus... Shush! You're getting a +3 modifier. Okay, Nitro, what were you saying?
I'm gonna reroll 3, including the black 0.
Right.
Or the black 10, really.
I'm sorry to have shushed you.
Okay.
You're good, you're good.
So the fortitude is 2. to the total. Then. Because
I still-
Unswayable Might is my fortitude, right?
Well, show me Unswayable Mind. I think it's just add your toughness to the value rather than a bonus.
Okay. I think you're right, but
it says wits, resolve, fortitude.
Yeah, so yeah, roll wits and resolve. You get a +3 modifier.
Okay.
I still got a messy crit. I didn't undo it.
And then 3.
So what's your fortitude?
2.
That's 6 apiece.
Is it?
Actually, wouldn't he have 7?
Yeah, because it's still a messy crit, but I did re-roll 2 failures.
Oh, yeah.
So...
Yeah. Yes. However, it's also messy.
Yeah.
So, Marcelina,
Okay.
you will feel Solomon's mind creeping into your own. He is able to successfully erase the last few moments from your mind. Solomon, however, Marcelina has extremely strong mental barrier. Piercing inside of it is no easy feat, and you feel you have to will more vitae into your efforts. Increase your hunger by 1. Your frenzy is now over, Marcelina. You are the only one, however, that does not remember the past few minutes. And you will look either side of you, find Daisy on one arm, find Violet on the other, holding you down. You still remember your nightmare, however.
Okay.
So terribly sorry. Are we... Is it over? Are you okay?
What did you do? What did you do?
Well, you were angry, so I made you forget why you were angry.
I think if they're not still holding on too tight, she'll like grab her hands back and put her palms to her face, and then start pushing the bottom of her palm into her eyes and immediately crouch down. And she starts doing what would look to you guys like self-soothing thing, where she starts to kind of curl in on herself, and you can see she's digging her nails into her skin, kind of making herself bleed. Yes.
I would have let her arm go.
Violet has an impulse to slink away, but seeing that she's in pain, she's gonna reluctantly at first just wrap herself around to try and help soothe and stroke her head.
She twitches at the contact at first.
Yeah.
And then we'll kind of look up, just her eyes looking up at Violet, and she goes, "Well, what did I do?"
You were just angry. It's normal.
I had a bad dream. I had a nightmare. Can I recall, like, in vivid detail the things that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As I'm recalling this, I am telling them the nightmare that I had. And ending it with looking at Solomon and saying, "You cut into my head. We're trying to remove bits of my brain to get the rot out."
ST, I don't know enough about the blood disease to know if that would even do anything, right? I just know the things I've done in the past on other things like Ein.
Correct. At this point, with this much drama, I am more than half tempted to just switch to Olivia so we can get a description about the tea. Just for a quick, without Elias, we need the Bob Ross and relax moment. It's plain ice. What kind of tea is it?
What tea they have in the house, actually. Because she didn't bring
Green.
her own tea. She made herself an own. Yeah, then just drinking
Green tea and Nihon cha.
I imagine that any tea we have in the house actually comes from Elias. So whatever Elias would be drinking.
How
You don't want
often-
Daisy's tea.
I was about to say, yeah. Make sure they're shaped like tea leaves.
Yeah, make sure it's not Daisy's tea. She's got a specialty. Yeah, go ahead.
How often do you have these dreams? I don't think I've experienced a kindred that dreams.
My whole undead life. I have nightmares of all kinds.
Well, I will reassure you that I have no reason to want to cut into your head, because the only thing that could do, you seem to be able to do it pretty well already. It was quite difficult calming you down.
I'm sorry.
You okay?
I'm sorry.
You okay?
I'm sorry. I don't normally let it get to me, but this was different because I'm not sick, and I don't. Right. And she kind of is like trying to get back into her skin, and kind of goes back into her mind and does the things she's been trained to do to calm down. And eventually, I think her movements become less erratic, and she calms some, and sort of like gives Violet a little pat to say that she's okay, and stands up, and says, we gotta find out how to fix this. The disease, I mean.
Yes.
Sometimes the nightmares serve as warnings. Not like a clairvoyant thing, really, but just like my instincts. Yes, my instincts sort of picking up the signs, I guess.
I see.
You need something to calm you down?
I think this one time I'll say yes, actually. I would like that very much.
I will give her a pill!
That will mean you don't have any pills left yourself.
Aw, really?
Uh-huh.
Okay, it's worth it. For my friend.
You're going to have to roll it, I'm afraid, Daisy.
Yeah.
Well, assuming she takes it.
Yeah, no, she's gonna take it. As soon as you hand it over to her, she will.
Okay.
She will pop that into her mouth.
Perfect!
The fates are on our side, I guess.
Fucking hell. Does anyone want to go to Vegas at this point? Jesus Christ.
Speaking of, I'm assuming the ecstasy is worn off.
Yes.
Yeah, so as soon as she takes it, I guess she starts to feel those effects.
Yes.
And she kind of relaxes and smiles and says, I think I understand why you take these. This is
Right?
nice.
See? Everything feels a lot better now, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels good. But I don't know what this could mean, if it's just another nightmare or if it serves as a warning, but I think we need to pick up the pace, try to figure this out. If I ever
I think
get
you
out
should
of
stay with me. In daytime now. You can share my room with me. Hmm?
I don't know if that's safe, but For now, that sounds fine.
In case you have more nightmares.
Yeah, and
You won't be
all
alone.
honesty, I feel like Violet's probably the one person that could handle you if this happens again.
I just have one request.
Hmm.
If I ever get too out of control or end up sick, kill me.
Okay. So it doesn't come to that, but
For you.
does anybody else smell tea?
Do we have someone else in the house?
I believe Olivia was downstairs. I think Elias lets her in before going somewhere.
Oh. Has she been there the whole time?
I think so.
Are you sure the Malkavian didn't make you have nightmares?
I've had them my whole life, so it's definitely not her.
It just be wary. Just in case.
Violet keeps looking at the door like mid.
I think a cup of tea sounds quite delightful right now. I'm going to go down and see if Olivia needs help making any more. If you'd like to join me, that's where I'll be. And I'll awkwardly head back downstairs.
I don't think I've met this person yet. I'll follow him down.
Yeah, Olivia will be at the end of one of the table with a pot in front of her, like in the middle, and her cup of tea with her sitting proper, straight up, just smiling as she watches you enter. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Daisy, nice to meet you. I'm Olivia Thompson, friend of the Malkavian Primogen, and friend of this coterie now. Are you
Oh,
part of this
friend!
coterie?
I'll go give her a hug.
Olivia will be stiff as a board at first, and then like gently tap you on the back.
Would you be stiff as a board but light as a feather?
I call back humor.
Or we can go back to leg puns if you want. Okay.
Good. Daisy, so you're part of this coterie as well?
Yeah, totally.
Play.
These are my buds.
They're a very efficient and effective group. And we have been very happy
Be
with
a little
them.
rough around the edges.
How is everyone? Is the
Quite
others
well.
joining us?
Like I said before, I believe Elias left earlier this evening. I don't think he mentioned where he was heading to. Probably doing more culty things. And I have not heard from anybody else.
Interesting.
Is
I'm
there...
looking at my empty envelope. A little too sober.
Too sober. Well, would you like some green tea? I find it's very good at getting out antioxidants.
It is. I would not mind a cup if you are offering.
Of course, and she'll pour another cup
Thank
and
you.
slide it gently towards you.
And like the weirdo he is, he takes well, this is a little bit weird knowing how teacups are shaped. But he would take his little metal straw that he normally drinks his blood bags with and put it in the cup.
Olivia will smile gently at that. And then
In a little metal teacup, big ass metal straw.
Yeah. I'm imagining like a bubble tea straw.
Yeah, I didn't realize how weird of a visual it was until I said it out loud. I'm just gonna go with it at this point.
Best plan.
Yeah, sure, I'll take a cup.
she'll pour another glass. Cup.
I'll look at it, sniff it. Oh, it's just tea.
Yes.
And I won't drink it.
Back upstairs. Marcelina is going to grab Violet's forearm, sort of like, like the warrior clasp, grabs her forearm and looks at her and says, "Promise me."
Miss,
And if you want, if things get bad for you, I'll end it for you too.
okay.
Okay. And with that, Marcelina is actually gonna hug Violet one more time, and then leave to go downstairs.
Violet will hug back, but once Marcelina is out of the room, she's going to check on the mirror and put her forehead to the glass and just say,
I wouldn't let anyone break you. Be safe with me.
Thank you for being my friend.
Ace.
covers it back up, and then leaves.
Yeah.
Nitro, just so you know, that is the universally accepted symbol for walking.
Down the stairs. That's down the stairs walking.
Yeah.
Please explain this more. What's the cessation like? Is it
Little shoulder action as you're coming down the stairs, you know?
No, everyone goes downstairs.
Yeah. No,
no, usually when I do it, there's a lot more thuds.
Yeah, heavy foot. Heavy feet. Yeah, when she gets downstairs, she's gonna look at Olivia, and like for a second, there's a little bit of like eyebrow, kind of like very Jack Sparrow, like seeing her, but then like recovers quickly, and it's like just a dream. And they said, "Good evening, Olivia."
Good evening, Marcelina. Good evening, Violet.
Good evening.
I hope you've all had a pleasant start to the night.
Yep. Yep.
Marcelina doesn't say anything at this. It just becomes very like thin-lipped and like stoic before taking a seat, staring at the teapot and where Olivia is sitting, and that it's not a chair, but doesn't say anything. Just kind of looking at her. Yeah.
Seeing her stare at the teapot. Here, you want some tea? You can have mine. It's just tea.
I can't drink that.
I know, neither can I. It's an absolute bummer.
It's quite delightful.
Lucky you.
Violet, tea?
No, thank you. No.
Okay.
Well, with all of that out of the way for a very interesting start to the evening, what is on the docket for the night?
Well, we've got to tell the princess what happened to her toy, for one.
That's very important.
Yeah, considering she's Violet, I don't think she's gonna do anything to you, darling. You don't gotta cover your eyes.
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, right. So definitely gotta go do that. I think at some point we're probably gonna have to. I don't want to, but we're gonna have to probably go speak to Dr. Laram.
You okay, Mommy?
Yeah, I'm okay, baby.
Would,
I'll hand Violet my sunglasses.
do we really want to visit the Tremere Primogen without Elias? I feel like that would break his heart. He was the most dead set on solving a problem.
You know, I don't think bringing Elias, too many places where they might want to, because Elias is desirable,
Yes.
and I have heard stories, so I think maybe
Eat bread.
we should ignore the ghosts in the house that are talking to me about bread. No, he's desirable in terms of the food and such, and I've heard stories about the Tremere and things that they do.
Well,
You want bread? You can't even eat bread anymore.
at least the ghosts are friendly.
For now, yes, I think they're
They
all
keep
right.
checking on you. It's lovely.
Yes.
I don't know. I really think it's just because I'm the only one who can see them.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well,
yes.
I do need to go to the warehouse. There's a kind there that needs my attention, if you remember correctly, and
Oh, right. Yes. God, he's been there for how long now?
about 3 weeks long, and that's about 2.5 weeks longer than I was thinking he should be there.
Is
So,
he alive?
Yeah,
I
you
hope
fed
so.
him, right?
We have groceries here in the house. I took him food.
All right. And you don't got any weird shit that might eat him at the warehouse, right?
Not that's loose.
Oh, your performance art. I have been
Yes.
meaning to check that out.
Right. So why don't we stop by the warehouse first, just to make sure that the guy's still alive and hasn't done anything foolish.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. And then from there, go deal with the Toreador Primogen.
Well, yes, absolutely, if that's what you wish to deal with, but the woman that came last week informed us of the small haven that was abandoned where apparently the ghouls found my friend. Very reluctant to say that word. In the first place.
Oh, right. Definitely need to do that then. Okay. So, warehouse first, Sakura next, and then that business after.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll probably find more information from Lewis once we go to the warehouse and talk to him. So.
Okay.
Solomon, I have a question.
Yes, Violet.
You were visited by a Toreador, yes? Last time.
Yes, I was.
Are you close to them?
Not necessarily. No. I barely even remember why he wanted to or why they wanted to speak to me.
They helped you out with your goal, if I remember correctly.
That's right, that's what it was. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome. Do you owe them a boon, or do you have some sort of business connection?
Do I owe them a boon?
Oh.
I remember I owe... Okay, I remember
no.
a
She
boon
came...
I owe.
Fuck me. This is literally the entry that Bully made. He was just going through an unofficial player's guide, and he's like, that bastard always forgets everything. I'm just going to give him a fucking floor, and then he's got an excuse. And he still didn't take it.
No, I did.
Oh, did you? Well, at least it's in character. So, I'm sure you remember vividly the beautiful woman that elegantly glided into your haven wearing a yukata, introduced herself as Hannah, and apologized to you because she found out about your ghoul being captured. And as part of the apology, she told you where he was being held and spend a lot of time so you could go and investigate him for clues.
I remember all of that. I didn't catch the part that she was a Toreador.
Is that a hard tea, Olivia? Can you share some? Because...
I know she's a Toreador.
Oh, well, she was very kind. But no, I do not owe them anything, nor do I have a working relationship.
Oh. I was just curious.
There aren't many people I have working relationships here at the moment. The Tremere are helping me out with the whole blood disease thing, but that's a very loose interpretation of a relation.
With Tremere, it helps if you find good individuals.
Yes, very much so. They did inform us of a hotspot of disease that we have yet to visit because it is in a restricted area, but that, of course, is for another night.
I need to find this dude again, I'll say, and wave my empty envelope.
Do you want... And if you're out, yeah, I haven't tried this one.
No, for you.
But you like her
It made
more
her
than I
feel
do.
better.
It did, but until you get a more stash, is that the term? I was alive in the 60s, but I can't remember very well.
It's the 1860s.
Yep.
I think you got it right. That's definitely what they call it now. Right, I'm gonna go get stuff that we need to carry on tonight, just in case. I'll be right back. And Marcelina, like, almost sluggishly gets up and is like, it's kind of not swaying, but definitely like there's music in her head, and she's on her way to her room where she, grabs her guns and things.
Hang on. Wits and intelligence with a -1 modifier as you walk into your room, because as I'm sure no one knows when you're in that state of mind and you walk into a room and you're like,
What'd I come in here for?
What am I rolling again?
biscuits. Wits and intelligence with a -1 modifier.
Great, love that for me.
Meanwhile, I'll tell Violet, well, if you insist.
Go.
I'll just open my mouth.
I don't think
Okay.
I don't think I rolled that right. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Because I should have more dice than that. So I'm
Go
gonna
for it again if
re-roll
you
it,
like.
'cause I
For
don't-
-1.
Yeah, because I don't know what just happened there.
Marcelina Jagger.
Okay, one more again.
That
was even worse.
that
What the
rolled
fuck
up-
is... What's going on?
that
Anyway.
I'll tell you what.
I don't know what's happening there, so...
Marcelina, like, totally walks
Fitting.
into her room and she's like, I wanted something, man. That's shiny. I'll go for that. And unfortunately for her, picks up a 9mm pistol. Puts it directly in her pocket with the safety off. Oh man, that's really stupid. What am I thinking? And picks up some bullets and leaves the room. Daisy.
As I'm coming down the stairs, you see that Marcelina has this one thing and is the magazine rather, and is like putting the bullets in, but she's doing it real slow as she's putting it into the magazine. You know, but she gets it there. Eventually, she gets all the bullets in, and then puts it back into place. Kind of is holding it. It's like, right.
Do you remember
I'm ready.
Dave? That was a weird name for a Tremere.
It's a weird
Charlie.
name for a Tremere. Could have picked any other name. Instead, he chose to call himself Dave. That I don't understand.
Right.
But I'm ready to go. Let's go. And she's like brandishing the fucking weapon around.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
That's on target. Okay. Daisy, take 3 superficial damage. -1 die to all of your pulls for the remainder of the night, as says.
So when it says 3 superficial damage for the night, if I
means you can't heal
don't get rid of the poison, do I still need to heal the damage next game?
Yes.
Okay. And when it says feeding on fresh blood, is that kind blood?
I mean, doesn't have to be, just fresh. From the source. Goat killer.
No dead bodies. No blood bags. Just fresh goats.
Only goats.
Okay, anyone got any last minute things?
Violet.
Start coughing, like, I think that one was bad.
Oh. Yes, Solomon?
My apologies. I did not. I know you were trying to see if I had any acquaintances with the Toreadors. I apologize that I did. I don't. But what is? Do you have acquaintances with the Toreador?
Yes?
Huh. Fascinating. I hope they're treating you well.
They're my favorite.
They're definitely interesting. I did quite like, fuck, what was her name? I did quite enjoy her company. She had
Hannah?
many books. No. The, Primogen. I'm blanking on her name. We met with her once. She had many books and promised to let me read some of them. I love
You're
learning.
thinking of the Toreador.
Yes, that is who we're talking about. Yes.
Oh, I thought you said Tremere. That's my bad. You know, this is how you are all the time, Daisy. This is how you function.
You seem totally relaxed.
You know, I am. I very much am. Just a little bit harder to focus is the problem.
You get used to it.
Takes out the gun and scratches her head with it.
Literally.
No, I'm imagining she's like very hard to focus and she's pointing the gun around. And Solomon just takes a finger and like puts it on the tip of the barrel and pushes it down and away from whoever she's pointing it at.
Yeah. And just like rat. So, we should get the fuck out, right? Because I don't. The night is waning. Very.
Marcelina makes her way to the door. Kind of like when she opens it, she even like hangs off of it for a second and is like, whee, and then proceeds out the door.
And now Marcelina is my spirit animal. And on that note, we'll be right back, so Marcelina can go and get some biscuits. And I'm really trying to get out of that habit, and I'm really sorry. The Coven of Undead Creatures have made the short walk to the warehouse where they cleared out the Sabbat earlier, walking through the warm night streets of Onakita. They walk through the gate, being sure to close it behind them, and enter into the giant sheet metal building. They enter into the side entrance of a large open area and immediately see Solomon's alembic alchemic setup in the middle of the floor. Against the far wall in a cage is the inhuman visage of his Schluchter. And there in a corner, next to the door, curled up in a ball, is Lewis, repeating the word pineapples over and over.
I'm going to power walk over to the cage. Good evening, Ein. Are you doing well? And I know he's not going to respond, but if he does come to the edge of the cage to greet me, I will be sitting there petting his snout like a horse, like just this big creature thing, and I'm like, yes.
Marcelina is gonna take a look at this thing and very like eyebrows up, whoa, kind of moment. But she doesn't say anything, and we'll look at Lewis, go over in front of him and kind of squat down so that she's eye level with him and say, "You doing all right, honey?"
Pineapples.
Right. So I'm here to help
Pineapples.
you out. We're gonna
Pineapples.
Yeah, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna get you out of here. Oh, we can't do this, darling. And she's gonna give him a quick slap. Just a little, like a light.
Yeah. Pineapples.
And get it together. Okay. Stand up, sir. Stand up. Good boy. Okay. Yes. And she's gonna help him up, and then say, Solomon.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I was hoping we'd have Elias here tonight. You.
How long
You've
has he
seen
been
him.
here?
A few weeks.
Oh my.
And from what I've spoken with him about, even before he was here, he's seen a lot. Many things he definitely should not have seen. And I was going to fix that before sending him on his way.
Huh.
Hmm.
So we're
Fix that
talking
how?
Masquerade breachy a lot.
Very much so. Yes. Even before I talked to him, he knew words and phrases that I definitely did not teach him.
Pineapples.
Well,
That was
taught
not
him.
one of them. I'm sorry, Violet. What was that?
Who taught him?
It's a good question. Lewis, before that group found you and brought you to the weird building with the bodies in the blood pool, where were you before that? You said you were searching Are you looking into these terms that interested you? The blood and the
Blood?
whatnot.
Blood?
Yes.
Pineapples!
Oh,
No.
God.
Well, I believe maybe we might have a problem in the first place. He seems quite distraught.
If he is a masquerade breach, we must do what must be done.
Yes.
Yes.
Either convert him, kill him. Those are the options.
Marcelina's holding him by the scruff at this point and is looking very pointedly at Solomon.
Yeah, I do not wish to get rid of this person so hastily. He may have gotten in over his head, but he is, well, when I knew him, he had a good head on his shoulders. There's just a lot that's been happening. But I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, is there a way to, and she's got her gun and she's like, and puts it to his head. Not like she's about to shoot, but just very like touches the metal to his head. Is there a way to maybe fix the memory?
Oh, there's always a way to fix a memory.
Yes, I do not have such power, but if any of you do...
Can maybe make his memory slightly more pleasant, but I don't know how far that might go.
Yes, that was something I was discussing with Elias, but unfortunately he's not here. But by all means, I do not know the scope of your capabilities.
See then. With your permission? And then she'll go over to us and look him in the eyes.
Violet covers hers. Nope. Nope.
As long as he stays in one piece.
Oh, yes.
Pineapples?
What will make you think he's not going to be in one piece? Her gun is still like...
Yes, he just grabs the end of the gun with two fingers and moves it away. Yes, it's one of... Yes, maybe not put the gun at... You do remember your gun discipline, or your trigger discipline, yes?
Yeah. I probably should put the safety on. That seems important. I'll do that.
Pineapples! Pineapples!
Marcelina turns away and is like fiddling to put the safety on.
But yes, Olivia, by all means.
Alright, and she'll put two hands on both of his shoulders and look him in the eyes now. Calm down. Hold still. And I'd like to use Forgetful Mind. I don't know how far I can go back to play with his memories, but I'd like to try. And I believe it's a rouse check?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Ugh, great. Then it's Manipulation, Dominate.
That's fine. And because he is mortal, and you are quite a nice, strong generation of kindred, you'll be able to erase just the right amount of memories, and he'll just sit there, glass over for a while.
While he's got this look of confusion on his face, I'm going to quickly spin him in a direction where he can't see the cage with the monster in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do I have a taste of grass in my mouth?
We found you outside.
Jesus, I need a shower. Pardon?
Yes, we found you outside, face down in the dirt.
Oh, someone was getting
Why?
saucy.
We don't know. That's what I was hoping to ask you. I did not expect to find you here in Japan.
Well, where else am I going to be?
one too many sake, I think.
Yeah.
Does she have a gun?
It's... she's got a license for it.
I do, in fact, have a license for my gun. Want to see it?
The gun or the license?
Pick your poison.
I see the gun!
And she'll put the gun, like, in his face, like... You can see the gun.
Real. It's really real.
The really real world, man.
Yes. Again, back to... Why are you here in Japan?
Hang on, can I hold it?
No.
No. I just love the, like, mom and dad simultaneously. No!
Yep.
Why am I in Japan? Why wouldn't I be in Japan? Why are you in Japan?
I am here on very important work. Why? What do you mean, why wouldn't you be in Japan? The last time I saw you was in Oxford.
Yes, and?
What are you doing
You're
here?
supposed to be teaching me. How are you supposed to teach me when you're on the other side of the world?
Don't they do that now? Isn't there like a box people look into?
Remote teaching. On the internet.
That sounds right.
Laptop.
Bathtub? What'd you say?
Laptop.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they look into that, and people look back.
Why do they think I have enough money for a laptop when I'm a fucking student?
I don't know. But, I mean, just because I left doesn't mean that you needed to follow me.
Well, why not?
Surely a laptop can't cost more than $20.
Alright. I
Besides,
should have...
I was actually on the cusp of a rather interesting discovery.
Yes, good. What was that? Tell me about that. Do you not remember?
I don't remember.
Well, then I guess it wasn't very important now, was it?
It must have been. Why else would I have spent so much time in that ghastly squad? I don't know why I'm suddenly posh, but I'm going to go with it. Fuck you.
You spent time where?
Ghastly squat.
Here in Japan.
Yes. Simply ghoulish
What
it
made it
was.
so ghastly?
It was very run down, very basic. It was out in the middle of bloody... I don't know why I'm now suddenly 1930s British Army general either.
He's had a lot going on with his brain since Olivia
messed
touched
with
it.
the accent as well as the memories there.
Right? Yeah, right. It was out in the middle of the bloody sticks. Very basic. It had running water, cold and cold. Barely any furniture, no TV. Terrible. The wine list was atrocious.
But
I said specifically to them, bring me the wine list and don't get all sarky about it. What did they bring me?
Can barely afford the laptops yet orders the most expensive wine.
Priorities.
Yes, this is why he's not a very good student. He's just one of mine. Lewis, is this all you remember? This house that you squatted in?
Keep it down. Don't tell everyone. Especially the gun lady.
Dude, man, it's okay. I couch surf all the time.
Is that a hippie?
Yeah.
How frightful. You have fallen on hard times.
Well, they
Here,
sent
let me,
with
and he'll reach for his wallet. Wonderful. Guess now I've got to go to the fucking embassy.
That's a good idea. You do need to get home.
Yeah. And he'll start towards the door.
I have enough I have a decent amount of dots and resources. Can I give him just a little bit of pocket money? Just so he's
Well,
not...
I'm so glad you said that. Because now he comes back through the door and he says to you, a little bit short on funds at the moment. Could you,
I was just thinking of, yes.
Thank you.
And hopefully it's going to be spent on food and a ticket back home.
At least one of those things.
Marcelina is going to walk up to them with this very like casual smile on and put the gun to their head and say, "You are going to do exactly as he says." Do we understand each other?
Pineapples.
I need a yes or a no.
Yes. No. Which is the one that you want to hear?
The one that is going to actually happen. You doing what you're told. She clicks the safety off.
Yes.
Boy! Go on now. Go do as you're told.
I'll give him enough money to hopefully afford whatever he might need to do to get home. To sustain himself and then get home.
It will take quite a long time because no passport, just money, and so on.
Yeah. That's he got in this mess, now he's gonna go fix it.
Absolutely, that is the best attitude to have about your touchstone.
Yep.
Have a good night.
I made sure he's not gonna break the masquerade. That's all Solomon's worried about.
It's fair.
Well, do you think that's enough to prevent the masquerade breach?
Well, he definitely couldn't remember anything about the blood. He's walked off, right?
Oh yeah, he's walked off. Very
Don't
swiftly.
want to start talking about the things that we made him forget about. Yes, he was mentioning things about the blood and everything that it could be used for. He was, of course, looking into it for scientific and medical reasons, but I knew that just what he knew already was too much. But if he couldn't remember even why he was here...
Do you think he'll stumble into those things again? Stumble into our world again?
I sure hope not. I don't know how he stumbled into it in the first place. My best guess is he followed me here and then wherever he ended up staying, because he did not have enough money, probably started learning from there. I don't know why he was squatting in a house.
It's following a lead, thank you. Sorry, I don't have enough money for a place of my own.
He's not
Thanks
here.
for letting me borrow some. And
Yes,
you're stoned, so you don't know if he's here or not. Sorry, Violet.
You need to look after your ghouls more.
No,
Is
he's
he a
not a
ghoul?
ghoul. No, he's not a ghoul. He's a student.
Why haven't you ghouled him?
Well, because he knows nothing. I'm merely a colleague, a teacher.
He obviously knew words before, so he knows things. If you ghoul him, he might tell you more.
Well, considering he couldn't remember, I don't know if he'd be able to tell me in the first place. The only way I could probably follow up on these leads is head back to Oxford, and we have much more pressing matters at the moment.
I could always just pew pew.
You could always not do that as well.
Listen, I'm given an option, okay? It's what I do. Just in case, you don't want him to be a breach and then, That's the end
Swift
of your
casualty
life.
now to prevent casualties in the future.
Exactly.
Marceline, I literally gave you a chill pill.
I am calm and very happy at the moment.
Chill with the gun.
I don't know how. It's ingrained, it's like it's a part of my arm. Actually, Solomon, could you make this a part of my arm?
I'm going to wait for you to make that decision in a better state of mind.
Yeah, all right.
I am very concerned of the Masquerade as well as you are, but
As
like
should
I
be.
said, he seemed unwilling to answer anything because of the predicament of staying here for weeks, and then thank you, by the way, for fixing that. But I also think you got rid of anything else he could have answered.
Maybe for next time, we ask the questions first, and then we do mind things.
Well, he wouldn't answer in the first place. He wouldn't stop saying pineapple.
No, he just takes a
he
few
says
punches.
that way.
He needed a hard reboot, by the looks of things.
Right. A few punches probably would have taken care of that. Just jog the mind a little bit, you know.
Remember that whole staying whole thing?
Oh, right. Right. That's how we usually like those special kinds, right? Because he is special to you. Right?
Oh.
Wait, is he special?
There was a reason I was so concerned for his safety when I found him at what was the place called that we found him at?
The country club.
The country club. When we found him there and the ghouls had him, luckily enough, I had a convenient bartering chip and got him out of there swiftly. Otherwise, he probably would have ended up as a chair.
I recommend that if you would wish for him to remain alive, you should probably stop him from stumbling on the same conclusion once more.
Yes, which is why I would love to hurry up and solve this disease thing and get back to Oxford and figure out what breadcrumbs are being left.
True. Should we look at this squat he referenced?
Yes, it sounds similar to what Hannah described. So I feel like it is the same place. I am all ready to head there, unless you want to say hi to Ein.
Marcelina already wandered over there and has like her hand with the gun kind of resting on the bars looking in on this creature.
Does Ein have a tail?
No, there wasn't enough biomass for that.
So what's he look like?
Let me see, do I still have the picture up?
Kind of like a
low-key insulting the man's manhood there, Nitro.
That's not what I meant, you weirdo. No, because I honestly was going to give him a tail, and I'm like, I'm already rearranging a lot of his muscle. Probably not enough to give him a tail. There, I sent a picture, and it's that, but without the extra set of arms.
Okay.
Kind of looks like Denver, the last dinosaur.
Marcelina is like whistling at it and being like very much like calling to a dog, very much like come, you know. Come on out here. Let me see you. Let me take a good look at you.
It's going forward. It's
right?
going forward. Oh yeah, it's going forward. It's giving a sniff. If it had a tail, it would be wagging.
I'll join her crouched down. Oh, you're so cute.
Can I pet it?
Yes, they mean you no harm. As long as Marcelina, please don't. It knows what a gun is. It was a
I'm
person.
not gonna shoot it.
Just so you know,
Do you have
when
a
you
pocket or something?
when you were talking to Solomon at that brief moment while you were looking away, the jaws were open and just about to clamp down on hands, and then he said that, and it was just.
She puts the gun away to show she's not gonna shoot it. In her little holster.
These are friends. These are friends, not food. I will bring you some more food. I'm trying to source. You are quite a large boy. I do know you need your food.
Tail would be wagging again.
You have a nub. You're a nub wagging.
Sure, there's a nub tail. He's got like a little corgi tail.
I'll reach out my hand for him to sniff. You're so cute. Such a good boy. Boy?
It's what he started.
Such a good creature.
Apparently, I haven't got a tail, so no, not anymore.
Marcelina does like kind of go like this. She's like, yeah, I think it's a dude.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yes, he is quite cute and lovable. But hopefully, at some point, if I could figure out how to transport him without being seen, hopefully he will become quite useful in the physical endeavors we find ourselves.
We should steal an ice cream truck, and then you could stick him in there.
Well,
Foreshadowing.
Go ahead, Daisy.
You need to give him a little cute little sweater. That's what everyone puts on their dogs. It could say Daddy's best friend.
I quite like the way he is now. I just
Self.
a dinosaur. I'd like to.
I was going with Schlachter, yeah.
Oh, you said self. I thought you said DILF with a D.
Oh no, that's something very different. That's already a thing.
No, I know it's a thing. I was changing.
That's true. That's true. There are several books out.
We could ask Elias, because Elias wears all those knit sweaters. So I'm sure he's got one that's maybe a size too small, and we could.
Everyone will just think he's Elias.
Perfect.
At this juncture, I'd like to ask the Malkavian, how does it feel being the most sane person in the game at the moment? Violet, well, no, sorry. How does it feel being the most sane person in the game at the moment?
It's very interesting. She's just, she's not even really paying the dog much mind. Schlachter, let's just go with Schlachter.
Has Olivia seen Schlachter before, do you think, in her own life? Is this a first, or is she just...
She's been around, so she's definitely seen them. She saw the country club the other week, which wasn't Schlachter based, but she understands the concepts of flesh crafting and all that. She doesn't really engage with it. It doesn't register as something odd or something interesting.
That's fair. That's interesting. Violet.
Yes?
This is most definitely not the first time you've seen a horrible flesh creation in front of you.
No.
How do you feel right now watching watching Cheech and Chong sticking their fucking hand in the cage?
Violet wanted to pull them away to keep them safer, but she felt too uncomfortable and was just like, no, I'm just going to be standing over here in the corner not looking at that thing.
What is on your mind right now? Because is this triggering any flashbacks for Violet? Is this
yes,
just
it is.
I'm going to my happy space right now, trying to just think of the happy memories, or is it
Yeah.
Or is it just, of course,
Take your time.
I have so many here to torture you with. It's
I
great.
know you do. I know you do. Yeah, she's hearing that and just like in the corner. It's not looking at anything at all, just trying to try and block it out, but it's very difficult.
We should take it for a walk.
Come beside.
Let's take it for a walk.
Solomon's sitting there with, like, pinching the bridge of his nose. Because he's like...
Mood.
Of all the ways that you all would have reacted to him is honestly not as bad as I expected, but definitely not at all how I expected. Honestly, I kind of want to show Elias now, because I feel like he'd give me a proper response.
You've got the Nosferatu former Archon crying in the corner, rocking back and forth, saying pineapples over and over.
I'm too busy watching the two going, let's take it for a walk, let's give it a sweater, blah, 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 blah.
It's fair.
Because it went from, look at my cool, creepy creation to, oh, what breed is your dog?
I think, right, I have enough belts. We can put them together, create a little leash for him, you know, and we'll take him for a walk.
Harness is safer.
Then let's do that. I'm sure I got one of those somewhere in my closet. And we can just let him stretch his legs. It's a bit cramped in here, don't you think?
Well, I mean, he was in the cage, so he didn't accidentally eat Lewis while I wasn't here. But I do believe that goes against the whole not breaching of the Masquerade thing that we spoke of.
That's why he needs a sweater and maybe a little hat.
I do not know if that's going to do enough.
Perhaps some obfuscation then. Or maybe just leave him here.
Yes, that's the plan, but I had that in mind, Olivia. I'm not quite sure with you in the cage, but fine, show them the thing I taught you, and the thing I'm meaning is he knows Silence of Death. So he can move around silently. They're gigantic. But I don't know if in the cage he can do something that...
He just walks from one side of the cage to the other. Silently.
I want to learn how to do that. That would be useful.
I can do that.
You can do that?
I can't remember, actually.
How do you do that?
No, I can't do that. Never mind.
Okay, right. So we're lying now. I thought we were besties. Okay. No, but really, I would like to learn how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
I can do that, but
I figured it was a bit more useful than what I can do. I can kind of be a little bit invisible, but I have to stand really still.
Oh, also useful. Would like to learn to do that as well.
Yes, I unfortunately could not give him both. He can also see in the dark, but I can't really show you that.
Oh. Alright.
Chance, we could go and see the Toreador now. Away from that.
I wonder if...
No, please.
You don't like it?
No.
Right. We should go see that lady. What's her first name? Sakura, that one.
That's the name I was trying to...
Yeah, we should go do that, for sure.
Yes, please.
Violet literally starts going towards the door, like,
Yep.
I think in seeing Violet, like, very nervous, it, like, makes Marcelina giggle a little bit, and then she starts to try to, like... It's very, like, I'm not using an ability, but very much, like, trying to sneak up on Violet to scare her. In, like, a very teasing way. And when she gets up behind her, she just, like, tugs on her shirt a little bit.
I will teach you how to move silently as death, but not right now around this spoopy thing.
Yeah, alright, let's go! And she, joyfully waltzes out of the warehouse.
Sorry, but we've already established that you walk like this.
All right. Walk like this out of the warehouse.
Down the stairs.
Oh,
Down the
that's
stairs,
already
you
down the
move that
stairs.
way.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, get it right.
Fine, I will try and maybe, like, I'm not actually saying this, storyteller, so I don't want to freak you out if that I want to come back here before the night ends. I know I'll try and come back later tonight, maybe bring back some food. I've been informed that there are small towns where goats might be found. I'm sure they won't miss a few.
Bring him a leg of lamb.
But it doesn't fit well in the backpack.
Quickly.
This is why we need an ice cream truck. Okay, fit all kinds of shit back there.
You said the fucking magic words, so you're gonna regret that. You said ice cream truck. That's it. You're screwed.
Ice cream. What?
Just gonna stand in the window. God bless you, boys. Those are ice cream men. I know.
Right. I will look into getting an ice cream truck.
Heading to see Sakura then? And as much as I want to just let you all talk together, also kind of want to get you to this Ghoul Haven, which has been waiting since last week as well. So we're just going to say you arrive at Sakura's Haven.
You told us to RP.
Yeah.
I did, and I am not regretting it. I am not regretting it. I'm just...
The correct term was RP.
Exactly.
Which is why we know that this episode will be the goat.
Literally, that's it. That's decided. And you arrive at the Toreador Primogen Haven, finding her usual layout of plants, exotic art, and books laid out. You buzz the intercom to come in, and she allows you in, giving you each a bow as you shuffle forward. Place yourselves kneeling on her tatami floor, as she herself also kneels in the traditional Caesar position underneath the small table. Would you care for tea? Would you care for tea? Just realised I'm basically calling Olivia out by doing that. I'm very sorry, but would you like tea?
Real quick, ST. This being high, this lasts the whole night, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright.
I'm so sorry, but I'm not.
Marcelina says, you know we can't drink that.
Oh, don't be rude. I'll take tea.
Olivia sips.
Of course. And she will pour out cups of tea without any handles and place a steaming hot cup of matcha in front of each one of you. It has been quite some time since I have seen you. Violet.
Yeah.
Why are you sitting away from me, Violet? Come. Place yourself next to me.
Sorry?
She quickly scoots over. It looks very much more relaxed.
Better.
Now, I know this sounds like a dodgy question, but I promise it's not a dodgy question. Do you want to be scrunched up to the Toreador Primogen or anything like that, or will you be just sat?
If she allows it. She allows it.
Yeah, and she will just be petting you like an evil James Bond villain pets his cat. There we go.
Like the way Solomon pet mine.
Yeah. Marcelina squints at this. You know. That's sus. You know, very just not liking that too much.
Violet's just very happy. Big smile.
Yeah, she'll completely nonchalantly, this is an everyday occurrence, apparently, for the Toreador Primogen, is just randomly stroking a nos.
Right. So, your boy, he got snatched up.
Which one?
Now, Oh, you don't even remember. That's
Hero?
amazing. Oh, God, what was his name? Something with the T?
No, this is the T.
Right.
Was it Hikaru?
Hikaru, that one. There we go. I don't know why I thought of T. I was thinking Takeshi.
Trevor. You've got a cup of green tea in front of you.
Trevor.
Right. So, that one. Now, I don't understand the processes of this too well, but he got experimented on, I guess, and life essence taken, which shriveled him up into an old man. And
How
then,
repulsive.
right, exactly. That's what I said. But then we've figured out that he was sent to a nursing home of some kind, to which he was left to rot and die.
Oh.
So
Well, that puts an end to that tale.
It does.
Who was it again?
Haku.
No, that's not me trying to catch you out. That is genuinely her asking, and it was Hikaru.
Yeah, Hikaru, I think. I don't know that he mattered all that much by the end, But
Certainly
we figured
not.
we should
I don't
tell
even
you what
remember
happened.
his name.
That seems about right. That seems about right. I think really, it's dealt with and done, right? So we can just move on from all that. But we wanted you to know.
Stole this essence from him.
Oh, Lord. That's a great question. I don't remember the name of the company. I say out of character, not in character, because I legit can't remember this thing's name.
I wasn't even there, so I can't help.
Hold on.
I don't want to go through my notes and find it and lose my place.
Don't. You don't have to.
I'll roll my intelligence to find out what it is.
I have it somewhere here, but I don't want to give the wrong name.
We could let Violet roll intelligence and wits. Oh, intelligence and streetwise. We'll just say that's totally the company name. Yep, Trevor is the company name.
Very, very traditional Japanese family-owned business.
Trevor, yeah.
Trev.
Trev Corp.
That's it, Sam.
Yeah.
2.
Oh no.
That's going to be fine for a memory. It's not going to be particularly difficult to remember. Says all of us that can't literally remember.
Remember.
Show her that.
Violet says it.
Yep.
Trev Corp.
That's the one. Yeah.
I understand. That is not a company I'm familiar with. It must be something very recent and familiar. Were there any problems discovering his fate?
No, I don't think so. Well, we did learn that it seems that they had a little bit of a business going. I don't think he was the only one that they took into that whole process, too.
This Trev Corp.
Yes, there was a whole lab where we found a scientist that was inspecting the blood itself, and it seems that there was some sort of transfusions happening to the hospital.
Transfusions happening?
Absolutely, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fascinating. But none of my concern.
Not at all.
Perhaps I should just sit on this information and see if anyone wishes to make a deal for it. Now, I believe I owe you some sort of boon in exchange for this.
She looks at her coterie like, what would we like? If no one says anything, she's gonna say ice cream truck, but
you know what Daisy's gonna say.
She'll give the coterie a shot to say what they'd like.
Genuinely, worst and best answers ever, because you're very much playing the characters of Selfish Kindred, each with your own agenda. And then it's like, ice cream truck, drugs, my dead friend, a dinosaur.
Yep,
So it's
exactly.
alright, he's not real. Yes.
I may ask for mine in private, if that's okay.
Do we
As
each
you
get
wish,
one?
Violet.
Thank you.
It will be only one in total.
I'll share the drugs.
I was gonna ask for an ice cream truck.
Only good for the munchies.
And for the portable, making things portable, you know. Well,
Not a bad idea. I'll have to remember that.
So I do believe, Marcelina, we should maybe find something more discreet than a frozen dairy carrier.
Yeah, all right. I was just thinking about maybe, Daisy having something for when she gets the munchies. Speaking of, I could go for a snack right now. I really could. I don't know. I've never experienced this, but I could go for a snack. You got snacks, Sakura?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. May I have one? Would that be all right?
Kind
She has your
variety?
snack.
Oh.
Or of our own variety?
Of our own.
She will roll up her kimono sleeve and offer her arm across the table to you.
There is delight on Marcelina's face.
I haven't got her fucking stat thing, roll thing, bullshit bollocks, because I'm unprepared. Like a right Trevor.
Trev Corp. Forever unprepared.
Instead of forever
Make a logo now.
unprepared, forever.
I will say, you probably taste delicious, but I do want to warn you, my bite, it's not going to feel great. I can tell you that much.
I understand. But I owe you a boon.
That
I
you
believe I should pay it off. As soon as the person controlling
I think
me
this is a good idea.
finds the fucking roll.
No. Why's that?
Stamina resolve.
This isn't gonna go well.
What's
Do
your
I need
bane
to roll?
severity?
My bane severity.
2.
Yes, 2. Yep.
I'm going to re-roll 3. I'm going to stupidly accept my own success at cost and increase her hunger. And she will, if you wish.
Marcelina is not one to say no to food, so she is going to grab her by the wrist, grab her by the elbow, like just above the elbow, so that she can't, get away, essentially, and is going to bite into her.
I can't think of a roll. I can't even think of if it should fuck up anyway. So how much hunger would you like to slake?
Oh, just the one. Just one.
What generation are you?
I am 11th.
You may take 1 hunger from her, and for that she will be slaking 2. but do not go below 1.
Okay.
And you and I both know you've got a certain merit, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But of course, Sakura does not know this.
Mm.
And she will grimace. And finally, probably a little too violently and quickly, track her arm, grey lit, and just give you this small nod with a wry smile on her face because she thinks she's got one over on you.
And Marcelina kind of licks her teeth that are still bloody, and she goes, "I was right. You do taste delicious. Thank you, darling. That was much appreciated."
You haven't been the first to say that about me.
I'm sure I will not be the last.
While she's in this kind of like confident mood, that's the word I was looking for. Is that painting that she had up still up? It was like of a woman that was like floating.
Yeah, that painting is literally called Yurei.
Yeah. Now, Miss. Wait, does she? She doesn't speak English at all, does she?
She does.
Okay. Some NPCs I'm not sure about. I know we discussed before that you were inquiring of if I would be able to recreate the visage portrayed in this piece.
That was you, wasn't it? Yes. Yes.
I, at the time, did not have the capabilities, but I do now. So if in the future you would like to contact me when you would want this to happen, and maybe that way you could help us even further in our endeavors in the future.
You would accept payment of boon in exchange for this?
I would, yes.
I shall consider this. Although for now I still feel I am indebted to you.
However, we end up finding to resolve these debts that may remain is for a future evening, isn't it?
I shall inform the Harpy that I owe you a minor boon.
I'm gonna go mark that on my sheet so I don't forget. Thank you.
Do please look after poor Violet. She seems shaken, not stirred.
I have witnessed Violet do many incredible tasks. I feel like she is more than capable of taking care of herself, but I feel like the rest of our coterie will keep an eye on her.
Good boy. The rest of you?
I've had my fill. At least for now.
I'm sure you'll be back.
Marcelina just nods.
Olivia-chan, always wonderful to see you.
It is to see you.
She'll look down at Violet. Puppy. Parting is always such sweet sorrow. But I think your coterie are moving on.
I do need to speak to you later. I can come and visit?
Of course. You are always welcome.
Thank you.
Do an insight check on Sakura to see what her relation, like how she feels towards Violet, like to see if there's anything she's hiding.
Give me wits and insight.
Lovely.
And that's going to be against her composure.
Damn.
Lovely. As far as you can see, Sakura is absolutely sincere in her adoration, a very twisted adoration for Violet, and does not seem to have any ill will towards her or wish her any harm. But I think it's fair to say you've never seen any of the Toreador of Japan like this over anyone.
Okay.
And everybody stepping out?
Yes.
And you'll be stepping out, I assume, into the people carrier, so you can make your way to the Ghoul Haven.
Ghoul House.
I think you'll find it's pronounced Ghoul School.
Ghoul School. Mm-hmm. Too cool for Ghoul School. Okay.
With Marcelina deep in concentration, driving and unable to set aside her focus as she is fully immersed in driving. But if the rest of you would like to discuss anything...
She is high, so it's probably better for her to focus.
Yeah.
On the road with all of us in the car.
Yeah, so glad we let her drive. Yep.
So safe. So safe.
Have you spent a lot of time with the Toreador Primogen? She's addressing everyone.
I've only met her the once when she tasked us finding her, I believe it was toy, as she put it. I just remember she asked me if I could recreate the image in the painting in real life. And after experimenting, like you've seen already, I feel confident in my abilities to hopefully do so. And that way, we are still not... she's still in our debt.
Excellent. Well, I'm sure with your skill, as we've seen, it should be an easy task for you to replicate. And Violet, she seems to quite like you.
Yep.
You want my sunglasses again?
Yes, please. Boop. Yes.
Why?
She's very nice. Why?
Yes.
Toreador just like me.
Okay. Marcelina's like very lazily driving. She's managing to keep between the lines, you know what I'm saying? But there is a little bit of like, sometimes gets a little too lazy and you can see the wheels start to drift, but she catches it before it goes anywhere too crazy.
Olivia has one eye on the road and one eye on everyone else, trying to make sure that we don't crash as well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the passenger seat up front, and like every time you catch yourself, I'm reaching out, and then you catch yourself, and I stop.
Yeah. She just likes you. Toreador, specifically, just like you.
Yes.
That's interesting.
She is cute.
Oh no, that's undeniable. That's just rare. Is all.
To be favored by the Toreador is a unique honor.
Exactly.
It is. Who do you think got me this dress?
The dress is very pretty and leathery and Lolita-y.
Did you do her a favor?
I do. Whenever any toreador asks for me, I help them.
Interesting.
It's a very useful alliance.
I could see that, for sure. Probably real useful for her.
She is lovely.
Yeah. Marcelina is very much like absolutely showing how suspicious she is of all of that.
Probably paranoid as well.
A little bit. I think it would creep through the high. That it would make her maybe just a little bit more sober. The more she thinks about it.
Can I borrow somebody's finger, please?
Violet brings out her phone.
Mind? Someone open my phone for me?
I can't.
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Your rouse check for me, please, Daisy.
Nice.
You'll have to move Daisy's finger around because she has no clue what she's doing. She doesn't know what a phone is.
How big is this finger if you're like... Or how small is Violet? I've killed Lupine, you know.
All by myself.
I had a cricket bat.
I made it go splat.
Amazing.
His name used to be Spot, now he's called Splat.
Too far.
Too soon.
We've wandered a great deal too far.
While everyone's talking on the phone, Violet's going to text the Toreador Prim and pretty much talk about how the Hakata have her blood and they know that she has the disease and that they're probably going to use her blood for notorious reasons. And assistance in the matter would be highly appreciated. Kiss, kiss. Love you, bye.
FCK, Dano, IL, Elp, XO, XO.
Hug and kiss.
As if through telepathy, there is like a lingering thought maybe in the back of your mind, like, ooh, maybe don't do that with the Hakata, but you sent the message anyway. Yeah.
And Violet knows there's possible danger in it, so she's like, yep, they've got my blood, and yep, they know things, so, dot.
Yeah, help, in all capital letters.
Possible help?
Yeah. Marcelina's probably driving like a little bit over the speed limit, you know.
Might die in the car.
She's high. She's probably driving a little under, so it looks suspicious.
I mean, either way, you know, she's doing something that
Exactly
isn't her normal.
on it with the needle just going a little bit low, and you're like,
10 and 2, you know what I mean? Just like, oh.
I was always a 2:45, which apparently is really unsafe. But they let me pass a test like that. Anyway.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Yep.
The coterie arrive at the address Hannah gave them. A quiet area with the nearest traces of civilization only visible on the horizon, as small shining lights sparkle off into the distance. Marcelina pulls the car off a single-track road and parks the car at an angle, ready for a quick escape if need be. Outside, the darkened 80s-style house has been left to the elements.
It's just like in this picture. It's sort of in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
This building.
The house is not literally in the picture, but the location is.
Okay.
Right, well. Marcelina will get out the car first. Pull out her gun. She has it on her side. She's not like brandishing it, but she pulls it out at the ready just in case. Well, she's not brandishing it right now. She just kind of pulls it out. No, she's high, not stupid. She's just gonna pull it.
Yeah, she just looks real cool right now.
No, she knows to respect her weapon. Anyway, yeah, she just pulls it out. Right. So, what are we looking for in here again? Shit. What are we looking for?
Well, this is where Lewis. We've been informed that Lewis was staying before we found him at the country club.
That seems real weird to me.
Yes, I feel like whatever we were unable to gain from him, we might be able to gain from here.
You'd think he'd stay at a hotel. I mean, Tokyo's full of those little, I don't know what they're called, but they're little hotels, you know what I mean? Where that for a decent price. I can't imagine what would bring him all the way out here.
I mean, you've met him. Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm still trying to figure out how you made him your student. You know what I mean? Like,
as out there as he is personality-wise, that does attract a very interesting way of thinking. That's what I love to latch on to. You get the more intriguing ideas from people like him.
Creative. All right, well, I guess in we go then. Let's figure out why he was staying here.
Are there any crows around?
Yeah.
I would like to talk to a crow.
Hate you, bully. I fucking hate you, bully. Yes, that's no problem.
I would like to ask either the crow or the crows that are around if they have seen anyone come in or out of this place.
You have to roll for that with feral whispers.
Well, feral whispers. It says simple communication requires no dice pool test.
You just have to rouse.
Oh, it is a rouse check. It is a rouse check.
Lovely. No, I'm not doing the voice of the crow. The crow will communicate with you. No, we've been way too stupid already, and that's just going to encourage it. The crow will. What was the question? Anyone gone in or out recently?
Exactly. Yep.
How recently?
See in the past day.
No.
No. Okay. I don't think there's anyone in here. The crows haven't seen anyone.
Marcelina, as we step forward, is actually going to be looking at the ground as we walk forward to see if there's any tracks, essentially.
I'll get back to that. Olivia, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Activate Sense the Unseen and look up and around.
Okay. Sense the Unseen, I'm going to let you have for free. None. Which is probably a relief after that house. The ground. Would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence and investigation?
Wits and awareness.
Wits and awareness for me, please. There are footprints in the mud. It's all you can discern.
Should have used Sense the Unseen on the mud.
Can I
That's
sense
a mean.
it, or can I see if they're big or small? The footprints, just like a quick.
Yeah, fuck it, go on then with your one success, milk it for all it's worth, fuck it. They are of varying size. The vast majority of them are coming away from the house.
Okay. As we get closer, she's gonna activate Oblivion Sight just in case, because the last house we went to had a ghosty in it. So
Yep.
she's gonna activate that. Which I think, is that for free or is that a wrap
That is
check
free
as well? That is free. Okay. Yeah. And she obviously
and
is
your
just gonna
eyes
keep
turn
that
black.
going. And you know she's gonna keep that going as they walk towards it until they're inside.
Are you going to try and enter through the front way, or the not from the front way? I saw you giggling.
Damn it.
So in terms of the house, you said it's run down. Is it like run down so much so that there's like bits of the house that are falling apart, or is it just like general weatheredness?
Needs a coat of paint.
General unweatheredness.
Okay, all right. Well, it seems to me that whatever is going on in here had people running. And she kind of gestures to the footprints that are, leading away from the house. So we can go walk right through the front door or see about a back entrance.
Think the front door is fine?
Yes, I don't see any need to go in through the rear.
Sometimes, that's a conversation for another day. I'm gonna try the door and see if it'll just open.
What did I say?
Amazing. All them smarts.
The door is locked.
Door is locked. Now, 2 options. We can kick in the door, or I could try to unlock it with my special ways.
We can knock.
I think she's asking, do we go in loud or quietly?
Exactly. Our lives would knock on the door, but I don't know if that's our best option since we don't know what's on the other side.
I would like to look through a window.
Front or back?
We're at the front door, so front window.
You look into a hallway. Tatami flooring is spread over the area, though most of it is torn. But it seems fairly new.
Flooring seems new?
The tatami flooring seems new, yeah. New-ish.
New but torn up. I think there was a struggle here. Or a bad acid trip.
How long was Lewis here for?
I believe he said a few days, correct? From what he remember, yeah. A few days. He did say it was quite horrible.
I don't see nothing with my Oblivion Sight.
You do not.
Okay. I'm gonna actually do my lockpick thing.
Yes,
Dexterity. Larceny. Did you say you were...
No.
Sorry, Solomon. What did you say?
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going to suggest that too. Don't want to be caught by surprise.
Yeah.
To try opening the window. Is the window locked? So many people lock the doors, but not the windows.
No, the window's not.
The window is not locked. I will open the window.
A moment when the FC didn't think of the simplest solution. Well done. Well done. However,
everyone think right now, are all your windows locked?
They are. I'm paranoid as fuck. All my windows are locked.
Why not?
Yeah. So
Would you?
I'm high.
I'll tell you what, Marcelina. Would you like success at cost? That way, you at least won't have the beast to deal with.
Yeah. Only because I don't think this is a great time for me to lose my shit. So yes, success.
And you will successfully, eventually, break the lock using your skill. It takes you far longer than normal, due to your recent imbibing. All the while, Uncle is shouting at you, demeaning you. It's a simple lock. Pathetic lock. You've done far more complicated things than this. But you are able to will your vitae through various parts of your mind and hands. And you successfully open the lock. Increase your hunger by 1.
I feel like she gets the door open, and it took so long. Daisy's just on the other side of the door, like.
And you open
hey.
the door, and Daisy is standing on the other side.
Oh, right. You went through the window, huh?
It wasn't
I don't
locked.
know. I don't know how you do this, function on this level all the time. I just can't. That
You get
took me far
used to
longer
it.
than
You get used to it.
You do
This
get
is
used to it. It's
char-
fine.
well, I
And then
don't
the real
know if
world
I'll
just
be
becomes a bit bland.
incredible. With my Oblivion side up, now that we're fucking inside, do I see a thing?
No.
Oh, good. All right.
The tatami floor crunches under Lakoshi's feet. It was clearly used not long ago, but has been gutted of its contents. A few wooden small tables have been left upturned, and enough debris remains that something may have been forgotten. An open door frame leads into the back, and a closed door to the side that hides another room behind it.
I know it's free. I'm gonna cast Eyes of the Beast so that way I might be able to. It just lets me see in the dark. Try and see through the doorways to see without poking my head in. To see maybe what rooms they might be before I enter through them.
Room at the back is a bathroom utility room. Closed door to the side is a closed door.
Okay.
I'm going to use my heightened senses to see if I can hear any movements, any scuttling around as we're like moving through the house.
I'll let you have that for free, and the only movements you'll hear are the sounds of cockroaches and insects that have now called this place home.
Damn, I can't talk to those yet.
Can you not?
No, you can't talk to insects until later. I'm pretty sure that's what Bully said.
He'd never lie to us.
And
except Marcelina.
He would definitely tell you exactly when you would make Shiver portray a cockroach.
Yeah. He would take joy in it.
With an accent.
Sure. French, with a French accent.
French accent every time.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright, I still got him to do his Cockney accent.
It's true, you did.
Oh, hello! This is what Bully sounds like when he's trying to do a Cockney accent.
Oh, God.
He's obviously went to bed.
Recorded, it's out there now.
True.
We might take advantage of the algorithm because we mentioned his name in a stream.
I'd like to open said shut door.
You don't want to search the room first?
I was going to go search the utility room that you mentioned. Is it a bathroom and utility room, or is it one and another?
Bathroom utility room.
Gotcha.
Search the room we're in.
Oh, right, I was going to say, wait, is it that way? Okay, yeah.
Olivia! Would you prefer wits and awareness or intelligence investigation? And you can have
That's
a
an
+1
awareness.
modifier for Cheech over there helping you.
Yeah. Looking about.
About.
Huh.
I'm not that high.
Sticking with it, you can re-roll. You can roll out the. Oh no, you can't. Shit, fuck.
I've got 3 10s. So I'm that good.
Yeah. What a time! What a time to be alive.
Alive.
We're gonna room and do
Oh
something
shit!
really
You're hunger
stupid.
4.
Yep.
You need to eat, girl.
Ooh.
That crept
I'll
up
try.
on you.
I'll try and remember that for next session. Okay. Okay. You and Marcelina begin to search the gutted out room, turning the very few objects left over one by one. Unfortunately, as you're doing so, you end up accidentally pushing Marcelina over, who's not necessarily the best at keeping her balance right now. Marcelina, you fall over, smacking the back of your head on the one piece of flooring that has no tatami covering it, and you will take 2 superficial damage. However, you do find a piece of torn paper. The address of Elysium and Shade's distinctive signature is the only thing left legible upon it. Shade, because you might not know this, is a La Sombra in the Camarilla in Japan.
He's also the harpy.
He is also the harpy. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Marcelina,
remember
after
that.
like hitting her head, lets out a little hiss.
Stuff, just not names.
And her eyes just like her body hasn't moved, but just her eyes look over at Olivia. There is a now a ponderance of what the Malkavian tastes like.
Are you okay?
Tea.
She rolls over, gets up, and kind of sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like hovers over over Olivia.
Would you like to nibble on the Malkavian's leg?
No. She doesn't say anything really. She just kind of nods and is looking at the piece of paper kind of over your shoulder. Probably inhaling to try, like, get a scent of Malkavian blood.
Should probably just smell like green tea at this point.
That's fair.
And matcha.
There is a difference.
This is problematic to have this here. And she'll show it to the rest of the people if they're still in here.
Yeah, that seems kind of stupid.
Meanwhile, Solomon, would you prefer wit and
Yeah.
awareness or intelligence and investigation? I'm going to assume that Violet went with you. So have
Sure,
a
yeah.
+1.
Yes.
I'm doing intelligence investigation.
Oh, you must have a dot in investigation, right?
No, that's just my bigger pool.
Not you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I do, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would. So yeah, you can most definitely have a +1
Yeah.
for that.
Okay.
Archon wouldn't have that.
Thanks, Violet.
Right. You're welcome. I'm helping with me peepers.
I'm helping with my peepers, I am. This is what Bully sounds like when he's helping with his peepers. Tiled floor has a thin layer of grime upon it. The humidity hangs in the air like a veil and has caused a small amount of mold to grow in the furthest corners. The bath is sunk into the floor and has not been left unused for too long, judging from the thin grunge around the rim. Discarded empty boxes of washing powder and other assorted items are left strewn around the room. Solomon, moving the various boxes around, finds a calling card for Shudder.
Speaking of Bully,
The little shit. I'm kidding.
well, I did not expect to see this name so soon. I would, of course, show Violet. Were you? I forgot. It was Violet was there when we went to the Prince, right? Okay, thought so. Well, I can't even imagine why Shudder would be here.
Driver?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. We didn't quite get a lot of information out of him, did we? Other than what not to do for the prince. And then we didn't listen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do I get the vibe that I found everything in here? I've turned over all the boxes I could.
Yeah.
Broke all the vases.
Yeah. Ooh, I found
Smashed all the bricks of the coins. Used with every combination in your inventory on everything in the room.
Click
some
on
of these
everything.
doors don't open. They're not interactable. I guess we should show the rest of the coterie what we found. See if it correlates with anything.
And on that note, that bombshell note, we'll call it in here.
Then the house explodes.
Something kind of worse, actually.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Just explodes with goats.
I feel more confident being able to say we can call it here in the middle of a scene while Violet is here, because Violet, your schedule.
Bud?
Will you be here? Is I think what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've had a word with your secretary, and you are more available on Fridays now.
Hey.
So, first of all of our players have made their characters with Bully from Tablegoth, unofficial player's guide, which you can find here for the wonderful price of $4.99, and is very, very worth it. It is not just flaws and merits, it is predator types, powers, all sorts of other lovely gubbins.
Honestly, worth the merits and flaws alone.
Definitely.
Yeah. But sometimes you've got to do always clear stuff with the storyteller, otherwise you end up with Elias, who is a walking cheeseburger. Which I did clear.
Delicious cheese.
You want to let him do that anyway, just for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
He absolutely did, because I was there when Elias was making his character, and he's like, that sounds great.
Scarlet! Wonder of the North... not quite. Wonder of the North. Scourge of the Snow. Defiler of Death. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I'm Lady Dark Scarlet of Queen's Court Games. We recently put out our first stream, and it was Cult, and it went really well. And it all should be on our YouTube channel tonight. So go if you didn't get a chance, go watch it there. It's really amazing and stuff. You can find me on Twitter and TikTok and Insta and stuff. If you want to say hi to me.
So, like, Marcelina's not here, man. Who are you? What do? Do you like do things. Let's find out.
Is that what you sound like when you're high?
Yes.
Right, you guys can find me, hey, all over the internet as the Risa Rave. I do things like here on Tabletop, rather, Table of Horrors. I do tabletop gaming. Here as Marcelina and Nihon Knights, and then in the future in a few other games as well. There is a project on the horizon that you guys hopefully will enjoy and check out. Also a VTM game, and if you would like to get the updates on all those things and various projects I'm a part of, follow the Twitter for that.
Riding through the glen with her band of merry men, it is of course Daisy. Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I am not a merry man. I am Ms. Hearts. You can find me just about anywhere as Ms. Hearts. I am also a Bat City Bombshell performer, and our next burlesque show will be May 28th at Kick Butt Coffee in Austin, Texas, and it's called Dancing with Mary Jane. Not a stoner, actually. Despite all evidence to the contrary. I am also a storyteller in our play-by-post on our Discord. And if you need any graphic design or promotional products, go to gibopromo.com.
Oh my fucking god, fucking Nitro Tan, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
I'm Nitro Type. You can go follow me on whatever links you find there. I don't do much, so I try and chill other things that people might forget about. And she's here to kind of gush about it. But we have a play-by-post thing now on the Discord that River and Miss Hearts have been doing, and it's been tons of fun. We got a bunch of new people recently. And if you're interested, join our Discord in the links below, and in the rules channel should be at the very top. There is a little blurb about how to apply to be in the play-by-post. So go check it out.
Da 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 da. Olivia, who are you? What do you do? Do you do things? Let's find out.
Phoebe, and I've been playing Olivia. I am at Sherbrooke Waters on all things, Twitch and Twitter. I stream Murder Mystery Mondays on my channel on Twitch every Monday, where we play adventure games that are horrible and great, and we solve murders. On Fridays, you can find me on Zeit_Poltergeist channel, where I play in a V5 Dark Ages game set in Avignon, and it's very good. I highly recommend it. And thank you all for having me.
Thank you for coming. It's been a pleasure so far, and I'm sorry for some of the things that happened today, but only some. Yeah, play-by-post has been mentioned. Have a look down below. Those are my thighs. Have a look either side of my thighs. That's Scarlet's head. Have a look either side of Scarlet's head for various links to Twitter, Discord, anything else you so wish to check out. We'll be back next week with another episode of Nihon Nights. I think that's pretty much everything at the moment. I hope. We'll go raiding on Psychshire, but we are not allowed to go legally until Daisy says the line.
D-line. I'm going to knock my microphone over. Have a good night.